Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Football Stooges, the weekly football show where we break down football in the stupidest way possible.
And holy shit is going to be stupid.
Holy shit, was it very stupid. Yes, I'm your host, Lob City. We have an action-packed episode where we're breaking down the week of football before Christmas and then getting you ready for Christmas football. This is releasing on Christmas Eve, so may I be the first to tell you, at least on this show, Merry Christmas, have a Happy New Year. Enjoy any of the holiday festivities that you have. We're hoping that we can be somewhat a part of that in some way. If you're watching us and not taking part in Christmas traditions, what are you doing? But I could not do this show alone, and as always, my compatriots in Stoogery, and if you hear my wife, the Packers are playing, my compatriots in Stoogery, the one and only, you're all hand sanitized for the Football Stooges, the old man himself, very, very angry at the entire state of Virginia, and also very, very happy about the Duke's Mayo Bowl upcoming. It's Macedon. Yeah,
Look at him, he's so happy he's already getting drunk.
Please don't tell me that's all. Okay, I thought that was just all rum, and I'm like, dude, good God.
No, it's hold on. I need to add the Coke because the fucking Eagles lost. Then yeah,
Yeah, I feel you. I was that way when the Patriots.
What you don't know is that Coke's already infused with like 80% Kraken.
I almost dropped the bottle. I can keep on going. I'm still gonna pour some more rum.
Next up, Mamba's out with family. So next up, the one and only Packers fan himself. Could we not be more happy at the basically beating a disabled child in the Saints, Gorlami?
Jesus Christ!
Hey,
like the Saints, they had Bounty Gate. They deserve it.
You can't say that for Christmas time. Come on.
Okay, little Timmy, come on. Easy comparison.
Oh, so handicap, not Down syndrome.
Yeah, well, disabled can mean many different things. We won't get into this conversation. Anyway, talking about someone talking to someone from a disabled fan page. fucking Patriots.
All of you, Cole. All of you are just getting nothing but like charcoal in your
Dude,
stockings.
I was drinking and you made the joke. Fuck you.
Hey, that was a good one. That was a good one. What can I say? That's a good one.
I don't know what I did.
So Mamba's not here. Bear slander.
On the first loss of this streak, the Bears they gave to me a heartbreaking Hail Mary. On the second week of this streak, the Bears they gave to me stomped by the Cards and a heartbreaking Hail Mary. On the third week of this streak, the Bears they gave to me three lousy points stomped by the Cards and a heartbreaking Hail Mary. On the fourth week of this streak, the Bears they gave to me blocked field goal, three lousy points stomped by the Cards and a heartbreaking Hail Mary. On the fifth week of this streak, the Bears they gave to me overtime tees. Block field goal, three lousy points stomped by the Cards and a heartbreaking Hail Mary. On the sixth week of this streak, the Bears they gave to me no timeout by Flus, overtime tees. Block field goal, three lousy points stomped by the Cards and a heartbreaking Hail Mary. On the seventh week of this streak, the Bears they gave to me new head coach not winning no timeout by Flus, overtime tees. Block field goal, three lousy points stomped by the Cards and a heartbreaking Hail Mary. On the eighth week of this streak, the Bears they gave to me Monday night meltdown, new head coach not winning no timeout by Flus, overtime tees. Block field goal, three lousy points stomped by the Cards and a heartbreaking Hail Mary. On the ninth week of this streak, the Bears they gave to me blowout loss at home, Monday night meltdown, new head coach not winning no timeout by Flus, overtime tees. Block field goal, three lousy points stomped by the Cards and a heartbreaking Hail Mary. The Bears.
That was pretty good. I got mad. That was actually really good.
Shout out.
That guy does really good with that.
Yeah, heartbreaking.
Then it gets even worse.
Heartbreaking Hail Mary stomped by the Cards.
And
three lousy points, blocked field goal
this season.
Yeah,
overtime
tees, Eberflus timeout.
Monday night blowout.
Monday night meltdown.
And Braxton Jones out for the rest of the season.
New coach isn't winning. Yeah, something blowout, yeah. So yeah, this is how the season started. This is how the season's continuing. 2 games left. Yeah, Bears not doing good. But yeah, that was the start of the podcast. So here we go. We're gonna get right into our crossover grid. Go to KDF News. Then we got a little bit of college football to talk about, and then we'll move right into the NFL.
Okay, so Keely Smith.
Fuck you, SSC fans.
Fuck.
It's John Ross.
There it is.
How about
This is your team, dude.
There you
Well,
go.
John Ross.
He's just
I don't
spelled it
want to
wrong.
remember him. I don't want to remember him.
I know you
defensive
don't.
player-
Defensive
Oh,
player of
wow.
the year. Hey, he did have Harris.
First.
Playoff rush
First.
touchdown. How about your old buddy Mixon?
Joe Mixon. Yeah, I'm gonna go with.
Oh, who was with them? With was it Andy Dalton or
Icky.
the?
Get some
All
cold
right.
cuts.
Like you
Get some
would.
cold cuts. Get
Cold
some cold
cuts,
cuts.
get some cold
Get some
cuts.
cold cuts.
Yep.
Whoa! 44, that's me. All right, first round pick Cardinals. Julius Peppers.
That's
Jake
Panthers.
Delhomme.
Okay. Defensive player of the year. Kuechly? Wasn't Kuechly a defensive player of the year?
If he isn't,
Maybe.
I'm gonna call.
I mean, I can't think of anybody else
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
One
Thank God.
playoff rush touchdown for the Panthers. Oh, this would have been like a
Oh,
long time ago.
Super Cam.
What was that one guy
Oh,
that's been there
Cam,
for?
yeah.
Was it Tolbert? Yeah, Cam or Tolbert?
Tolbert.
Mike
Which one?
Tolbert? No. Jalen Tolbert?
Is
No.
it?
Let's just do Cam Newton.
Okay, we
Yeah,
can check
sorry.
that one because there was someone named Tolbert.
First
or-
round
Pick. Let's
pick,
do our old
the
buddy
player.
Mitch Kissintitties.
Yeah,
Per TER.
No,
There it is.
TRU.
Wait, you're right there. Yeah.
Yeah,
The player of the year, it's got to be Mike Singletary. He
yeah.
had to have won one.
Defensive player. Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Playoff
you're right.
rush
Yeah.
touchdown. Let's do.
I think
Oh,
someone
hold
else.
on.
William Perry.
Yeah.
Yeah. The refrigerator
Oh, yeah,
was
Earl
not
Walker
his
would've
real
worked,
name. How many Bengals defensive player of the years have there been?
I feel like there's been a few.
Just the one.
Damn, and he
Just
wasn't
the
even a
one.
Bengal. Damn. Fuck. Trey Henderson.
I want to see.
Trey Hendrickson should be in the conversation this year. He should be one of the finalists. I feel like he might not win it because of our record. I get that, but he's got to be one of the finalists. Still leading the league in sacks. Like
Who's the other players would be considered defensive player of the year right now?
not Myles Garrett, maybe T.J. Watt because
No.
of the record. Not Nick Bosa.
Not Joey Bosa.
Not Joey. I mean, maybe they're the top scoring defense. He could be considered. I don't know if he's really having a great
Not.
season.
Oh
though.
yeah.
Shit, it might go to Trey Hendrickson. Fuck.
I can't think of anybody else.
Fuck. Okay.
Micah Parsons been injured.
Yeah, I can't
Patrick
think of it.
Surtain.
He doesn't get enough recognition. Like he should get more.
Yeah.
AJ Terrell and Jesse Bates are good, but like the Falcons are just. Fun fact: this was the second time in Falcons history that a quarterback was making their first start that has a one-letter last name or a name that has one letter off from the male genitalia. Vic and Dick and Penix and Penis.
Oh.
Fun fact.
I was trying to think.
Fun fact.
Yeah, I was trying to think.
Fun fact. What are you gonna do? All right, move on to some quick college football recap. Again, we're going over all the bowls that are happening. So we talked about this. We talked about R&L Carrot, New Orleans Bowl, Georgia Southern, and Sam Houston won. Ohio beat Jack State in a thriller. Florida destroyed Tulane. The best thing from this bowl, there was a defensive tackle for Florida who was like 6'9", 450 pounds that actually got a rush for a yard.
Jesus Christ.
If you have not seen that, watch it because the guy grabs the ball and it disappears. Then the first round of the playoffs, which we'll talk I guess we can talk about now. All the top seeds won. So this is what the bracket looks like now. Have you looked at who's the most correct so far, Macedon?
Hold on, let me get it open. I haven't done the full thing because I'm waiting for like the end of.
Right.
I feel like it's Mamba.
Probably. I think
Mamba sounds about
I think I
right.
took SMU and Indiana, which was just wrong. But.
Okay, so you got you and KDF got Ohio State right. We all got Texas right. Everybody except for me got the Penn State right.
I actually thought
me and
SMU would win.
Penn State.
Yeah, James Franklin does not succeed in very, very, very tough, like high level games usually.
Let's see, Mamba and I got the Notre Dame correct. I think we're really tied. So
Girolami's not going to win though because he had Indiana going all the way. So
So I'm
That was mostly
2-2.
It was worth it.
So a
I'm
lot of
2-2. Lob is 3-1. Mamba is 2-2.
you just have to look at the
Gorlami-
end who's the most correct. It's not about like record. It's about who's the most correct bracket, closest to the correct one.
Yeah.
So you gotta wait to the end. But a lot of people are talking
Yeah.
about these first round of the college football playoff being boring because some teams didn't deserve to be there. The thing people need to differentiate between college football and professional football when it comes to the games, as far as the playoff games, the dichotomy in college football is so different. The worst team in the NFL is debatably like the Giants or Panthers. Probably the Giants now. Giants are the worst team. The best
Giants,
team,
yeah.
you could go with like a lot of different teams here, but probably somewhere like the Detroit Lions, the Chiefs, or the Eagles, Vikings. Vikings. There's a lot of like the best team. Think of that gap between the Giants and let's say there's the Vikings, right? Think of that gap. Now think of the gap between Oregon and like Kennesaw State or Ball State. How much bigger of a gap is that? I'm not even going Division 2 or FCS. I'm sticking FBS here. So you're going to have some dichotomy between schools. And to be quite honest with you, some of these were blowouts. Indiana Notre Dame 10-point loss. It felt like a bit more, but that's not a blowout. Clemson Texas, it was a lot further apart, but a 14-point loss isn't horrible. It's definitely a bad loss, but it's not a blowout. The blowouts were Tennessee. Your fans showed up to the game. Your players didn't. There were more holes in that defense than Swiss cheese. Like, my gosh, man. Michigan would have given you game film and tactics, and you just okay. And then SMU, when you turn the ball over 3 straight possessions, the fuck do you want?
Also, Indiana not scoring a single touchdown to like 10 minutes left to go in the game.
I mean, they were close multiple times, and Curtis Rourke made a couple bad throws that really hurt them. But one of the things I didn't like, this is the first thing that Kurt Cignetti's done that I didn't like, besides beating Michigan, is when the team is in the locker room right before the game's about to start, he's out on the college football game day list, talking a bunch of shit. Which is like, that's not the right time to talk. You need to be in there with your team getting ready. And Saban even said that. Like, the fuck are you doing? So, not something I like from him. The first thing that he's done that I haven't liked so far, I hope that fame isn't getting to his head, because this has been the quickest rise from mediocrity to stardom in a coach I think I've ever seen. Moving on to a couple other bowls that happened. Myrtle Beach Bowl, UTSA beat Coastal Carolina by big time. And then famous Idaho Potato Bowl, Northern Illinois beat Fresno State in overtime. And Northern Illinois had an amazing catch. If you haven't seen it, look it up on ESPN or YouTube. Amazing catch by a Northwestern.
Yeah, I left work like right before overtime happened.
I was teleworking. I had to telework this week, and I had that game on just for teleworking.
Yep. Where is it? And then Macedon, you said that you are actually getting tickets to this.
I actually
January
got tickets.
You got tickets to the Duke's Mayo Bowl, Minnesota and Virginia.
Yep.
Well, a ticket, I guess, but
yeah. Got the hotel reservation because it's a 7:30 game. I'm gonna ask work to take that day off.
And that's not far. Charlotte isn't terribly far for you.
It's a 5-hour drive.
Yeah, not
going
terrible.
It's going from the coast all the way to the mountains.
Yeah.
So
please make sure to take some pictures for the podcast, and please show up with just a jar of mayo and a spoon. I don't care if you don't eat.
No.
I don't care if you don't eat.
No,
just
better yet, just a jar of Hellman's with Will Levis's face plastered on it.
Oh my God, please!
You don't need to eat
it.
it.
Oh my God, please!
I wish it was still the Belk Bowl, because they had some hilarious shit for their social media.
Oh, the Duke's Mayo Bowl is still funny though. Like
as
a coach, I would honestly I might throw that game. I don't want to get dunked in mayo.
I think it's the same social media people for Duke's Mayo Bowl.
Also, still the second best bowl, the Pop-Tart Bowl between Iowa State and Miami, released
weird.
Hold on. They released their championship trophy, which is a football that has it's a silver football on a thin wire stack with a pedestal on it. And if you turn it to where the football's pointing up to, you turn it around so you can see like the back end of the football. It's a fucking toaster. It's a fucking
awesome.
toaster, dude. Are you kidding me?
I wonder what the
that's
trophy's going to be for the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl presented by Gin and Juice.
Clap it up for Pop-Tarts, man. Shout out, man. Toaster Strudels. Shout out, Toaster Strudels.
it is a weird, there's some weird stuff to have as Pop-Tarts Bowl, but it is some funny
I
shit.
mean, last year they had a full-size human Pop-Tart that they cooked, and it came down the chute, and the people that were organizing the Pop-Tart were like, eat it! And the players were like, wait, what? And it's a human-sized Pop-Tart. Oh my god.
I reiterate, I can only imagine what it's going to be like for the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl presented by Gin and Juice.
Yeah.
You was sad though, if I didn't visit my parents last year, I could have probably gone to the Military Bowl since that's close by too. That's just like a 6-hour drive for me. That's in DC. Oh no, that's in Annapolis. That's at the Navy Stadium.
Yeah, Michigan's bowl is in Tampa, so not going to that.
I'd probably go to the Wasabi Bowl.
I also don't even know who's playing, so
I don't even know who's playing at that one either.
Also, what's weird? I'm to the Myrtle Beach Bowl is closer to me than the Duke's Mayo Bowl.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Myrtle Beach is not that far. I think it's like a 3-hour drive.
All right.
I'm on the coast, so it's just going south.
We'll go ahead and quickly move on now to KDF News before we start an NFL segment.
All right, so because we're doing this like midweek and I don't have full news stories, here's what I can give you for right now. Starting out with injury news, we got a multiple out for the year. It's probably the worst one of the weekend had to be Texans wide receiver Tank Dell. Just like Sam Hubbard last week, out for this season after tearing his ACL after making a beautiful touchdown catch against the Chiefs. Also dislocated his knee in the process, which also sucks. I know what that's like. I got hired onto this podcast while I was out because of my knee. Let's see. The Bears are also losing offensive tackle Braxton Jones with a fractured ankle. And for the 49ers, their injury woes just get even worse, especially with their offensive line, as both offensive tackles, Trent Williams and Jalen Moore, are out for the remainder of the year. Williams has an ankle injury, and Jalen Moore's got a quad strain. And they're also losing guard Aaron Banks to some sort of MCL injury. It's not fully clear as to what that is. As for short to long-term stuff, Dolphins wide receiver Jalen Waddle was out this week with a knee injury. Ravens wide receiver Nelson Aguilar was out due to concussion protocol. And Packers linebacker Quay Walker is not out there tonight because of an ankle injury, but thank God, otherwise you'd already have like 3 unnecessary roughness penalties. Going into questionables as we go into next week, Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts and running back Will Shipley are both in concussion protocol. Commanders cornerback Marshawn Lattimore is dealing with apparently a resurgence in the hamstring injury that's had him out a couple games already this year. Cardinals running back James Conner's got a knee injury that's being monitored. Steelers wide receiver George Pickens is looking to come back next week from his hamstring injury. Cowboys wide receiver CeeDee Lamb has reportedly been playing with a shoulder injury he's been dealing with for most of the year already. And Bills quarterback Josh Allen, he apparently suffered a temporary loss of feeling in his throwing hand after an elbow injury during their win over the Patriots. We'll see how that develops for him. It's probably just whacked his funny bone way too hard or something. As for signings and re-signings, because of the Tank Dell injury, the Texans have signed former Ravens wide receiver Deontay Johnson after the Ravens waived him earlier this week. He's going to release his retirements and already some trade rumors going into the offseason here. First off, probably the big one after we discussed last week how the Falcons are benching him. Kirk Cousins may be cut before he's owed his $10 million roster bonus at the end of the season, which would probably cost him about $10 million in what he would have made if he made that roster bonus. The Browns are also rumored to be attempting a trade of defenseman Myles Garrett to land him on an actual contender, although he's stated his intention to remain a Brown for the foreseeable future. And the rumors that this one kind of propped up like out of nowhere from me. The Dolphins head coach is potentially trying to sway 49ers defensive end Nick Bosa over to South Beach after the Dolphins win over the 49ers Sunday. It was a mic'd up moment where McDaniels is like meeting up with a couple of defensive players, like he's talking to Fred Warner, and then immediately goes over to Nick Bosa like, hey, good game. Also, South Beach is pretty nice. I said hint, hint. So that's probably just him fucking around. Who knows? Finally, miscellaneous news. We got only clinched so far, because that's confirmed this weekend, was the Ravens, and the eliminations are for the 49ers, who have been injured to hell and back. The Cardinals, who I honestly did not know were that close to being eliminated this week. And this will be a nice Christmas present for you, Macedon. How about them Cowboys?
If only it wasn't because the Eagles lost. That's the only thing.
Yeah, I mean, they're out, so we can all just take pleasure in that. Speaking of the Cowboys, there's your contest against them has been now flexed a bit. You are now going to be facing them in the 1 p.m. window, while the Packers and Vikings will be taking their place in the 4 p.m. window. The Lions, after their win this week, they've set a franchise record 13 wins this season, which, considering their history, that just sounds sad. 49ers tight end George Kittle has also set a record. He's now the second all-time for most receiving yards by tight end in their first 8 seasons, with 72,041 after their loss to Dolphins. The only person ahead of him is, of course, Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce. The Chargers have also made a pretty historical move. They have become the first team since themselves in 1976 to successfully convert a fair catch free kick during their game versus the Broncos. And finally, possibly some talk about the NFL draft, because the Raiders are fucking up their tank for the first or second overall pick. They beat the Jaguars, and then immediately after the game, head coach Antonio Pierce, quote, said, "None of that shit matters, despite the fact that this win has now locked the Giants in for the owners of the first overall pick and knocked the Raiders down to 6th in order." Jesus Christ.
I think Antonio, it's just one of those things that like Antonio Pierce kind of has to say that just so people so it won't be like a media thing. It's like, oh, they're tanking type of deal and have that bullshit in a way.
Right.
I don't know,
Right, but like you say, none of that shit matters. Yeah, it doesn't matter to you because you're just the head coach. For the general manager and front office that are looking to use that top pick to maybe get yourself a new quarterback, it kind of matters to them. So, hopefully it is just what you say. Like he's just trying to quell all the issues, all the concerns about it. But I don't know. But anyway, yeah, because we're still in the middle of the games this week, so I think that's all I've really got.
Yep, beginning of the week. Very early episode for us recording.
Yep.
All right. Let's go ahead and move on to some of our recaps. Sorry if I sound a little off. I'm a little sick, so bad time to be sick, but...
Yeah, we've all been there before.
Yep.
Not during the holiday spirit, no.
Yep.
No, I saw the bone.
What?
Hank Dell's knee sticking out of his freaking leg.
Yeah. Not
Oh,
good.
yeah. I've been there.
Tough game. The Chiefs once again get a win somehow. 27-19 the final score. Stroud 23 for 39 for 244, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, 2 sacks. Mixon only ran for 57 yards and 14 carries. Tank Dell had a great game before his injury. 6 for 98 and a touchdown. Nico Collins 7 for 60. Dalton Schultz 5 for 45 and a touchdown. For the Chiefs, Mahomes 28 for 41 for 260 and a touchdown. Kareem Hunt 11 for 55 and a touchdown. Mahomes 5 for 33 and a touchdown. And Pacheco 9 for 26. Xavier Worthy was the lead receiver, 7 for 65 and a touchdown. Samaje Perine 3 for 50. Hollywood Brown 5:45, his first start with the Chiefs, and Travis Kelce 3 for 30, as well as Kareem Hunt 2 for 24.
So that rushing touchdown by Mahomes apparently hit the longest of his career, especially on the supposed high ankle sprain he's had.
Yeah, he did not look limited at all by the high ankle sprain. There was a couple times that he was kind of like this, a little grimacing with it. But when he got out on the field, adrenaline took over, or just the will to win, and he, as always, put this pain.
And his ankles probably couldn't move by all the tape on there.
Well, yeah, you got to do what you got to do. He's still fast enough to escape. This is the best the Chiefs have looked. Most of their wins, we say, they're kind of.
I think this is it actually.
That's it.
Yep, that's it.
The most of the time when we're talking about Chiefs wins, it's like, oh, they barely won this. Oh, there was some ref ball here. I think this was one of the Chiefs, probably the best Chiefs win this season. Yes,
and they still can't break 30.
Yes, this is a struggling Texans team, and yes, they did lose. Excuse me, they did lose Tank Dell in this game, which hurts a lot. But the Chiefs.
This is the best It's the best that the Chiefs looked out of all their games. This is the most complete that they looked.
Absolutely.
It's just the Texans are not as good as their records say.
Yeah. Joe
Yeah,
Mixon was shut down in this game. Again, only 57 yards rushing on 14 carries. The Chiefs defense, as always, is schemed very well. It has a lot of good players, so that makes it very difficult for things to kind of work offensively for the Texans. And then the Chiefs offense just gets stronger and stronger as the weeks go on. Like this amount of playmakers they have, obviously Mahomes and now Kareem Hunt's having resurgence. Pachenko's always very good. Xavier Worthy is fast as shit. They have DeAndre Hopkins and Hollywood Brown on this team, two guys that you just can't forget about. Travis Kelce's also very good, but at the same time, Noah Gray behind him is also getting better and better each week. I mean, this Chiefs team has a legitimate shot to three-peat if they play to this caliber every week. However, they have not done that a lot. So that is a big issue offensively for them, is that they have been inconsistent as Kirk Cousins. So this is the big Kirko game for them. And if they don't continue this style of play, I don't think that they're going to be I don't think they're going to be in the Super Bowl if they don't continue this style. So a lot of question marks for them. Moving on to the Texans, tough loss, especially now you're down your best two receivers. Wherever you feel Tank Dell sits in number 1 or number 2, he's out, and Stephon Diggs is out. So now you're going to be relying on Nico Collins and Dalton Schultz, which isn't bad, but also it's a lot more fun to have Nico Collins
Johnson that mixed out. But is that much of an upgrade?
Yeah.
See what?
Deontay Johnson.
They got Deontay Johnson.
That's not an upgrade. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
I think they were just scrounging for whoever they could find.
Well, yeah, this late in the season, you're not going to find many free agents that are going to fill the void of your top 2 receivers.
Yeah, it kind of seems like the Houston Texans are going to limp into the playoffs and be a first-round bump, which is kind of sad because last year they looked like they could be this season Super Bowl contenders, and they're nowhere near that. It seems almost like they're one of the teams that gets into the playoff, and it just is like really? It seems like they're going to be the NFC South's equivalent to the AFC. They're just going to get in the playoffs, and it's going to be like, okay.
I mean, I don't know. The NFC South won a playoff game last year.
Well, that's because the Eagles sucked at the end of the year. Yeah. So
big caveat.
Sorry, Maston. The truth hurts.
That's where the two teams.
Oh, dude, I was the one that was actually predicted the Eagles to lose in the playoffs last year. I was like, fuck, just the end of the season for how much they look shit.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to injury?
This was the pass. I believe it was still a touchdown. I think.
He caught it.
Yes.
He caught it.
Like I said, with Sam Hubbard last week, and then
and Nico Collins.
He's just immediately grabbing his knee. He's not even reacting to the fact.
He still held on to it. It's just like I think it was maybe communication between the receivers, or just
they both thought it was for them, and they both went for it.
Yeah.
So that's really rough to see, but I mean, hats off for catching a touchdown and blowing your knee up.
Yeah.
Jeez, what a player! What a player!
At least it could it wasn't. I know it's bad, but it could have been worse. So at least it wasn't like worst case scenario of like done for his career.
Leg going 90 degrees sideways the wrong direction.
It wasn't Alex Smith or Joe Theismann.
It's still a rough injury.
Breaking news: the Ravens have figured out what voodoo. The Ravens have figured out what voodoo Mike Tomlin was using against them, and have finally been able to beat the Steelers. 17-34, the final score. Ravens get the win. Lamar Jackson, 15 for 23 for 207, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, 1 sack. Derrick Henry ran for 162 yards on 24 carries, which is insane. Zay Flowers, 5 for 100 yards receiving. Mark Andrews, 4 for 37 and a touchdown, as well as Zay Likely, 3 for 29 and a touchdown. For the Steelers, Russell Wilson, 22 for 33 for 217, 2 touchdowns and 1 pick while taking 3 sacks. Running the ball was spread around. 12 for 48 for Jalen Warren, Najee Harris 9 for 42, and Russell Wilson 3 for 27. Receiving, Calvin Austin III 4 for 65, Jalen Warren 5 for 44, Van Jefferson 2 for 27, Ben Skoranek 2 for 25, Mike Williams 2 for 3 for 24, Pat Frymey 3 for 16, and Cordell Patterson 1 for 12 and a touchdown, as well as Michael Pruitt 1 reception, 1 yard, 1 touchdown. Can't ask for much more efficiency there. The Ravens definitely cracked the code against the Steelers, it feels like, offensively. Being able to successfully run the ball against them just opened up so many different things. And again, when you have a guy like Lamar Jackson, as well as the pieces around him, like Mark Andrews, Patrick Ricard, as well as Derrick Henry, you can start to throw some college looks, like right that was a fake pitch read option into a pass to likely into the flat, which got him wide open. So there's a lot of trick plays that you can throw at it that are very unconventional for the NFL and more conventional for college. So I think
and Harbaugh's been kind of a mastermind, kind of those like trick plays that just get them into scoring position or get them scores.
Yeah, and keep going for him, because who says you can't run a pitch option in the NFL? If it's Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson, run it. So that definitely threw a wrench in the Steelers' very traditional and Tampa 2-sided defense. And then the Ravens defense showed up big, really able to curtail the Steelers offense, which hasn't always been the greatest, but also has gotten enough done to get
Much
10 wins
better.
on the season. Yeah. Russell Wilson definitely was an improvement from Kenny Pickett, and he's shown that. He's still shown to be a very good quarterback, as you can see there.
There was some talk, like, without George Pickens, they scored less points now and something like that.
I mean,
like,
without your best
but like
receiver,
Van Jefferson
yes.
has been okay. Not
And then,
great, but okay.
Without your best
did Watt
receiver,
play?
it is going to be...
Did Watt play?
Yep, TJ Watt, 4 total tackles,
Okay.
1 solo.
Yeah, he was in. I know he was hurt going into this, so probably just was questionable going into the week.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah, good game for the Ravens, finally being able to get it done against the Steelers and figuring out a good game plan that allows them to do what needs to be done. Again, you brought Derrick Henry in for a reason. Use him. I know Lamar's amazing. Obviously he is. But, like, the more play action you can put Lamar in and the more situations where you could have Lamar run the ball, I think the better it's going to be. So just continue to do that. And then for the Steelers, you just need more offensive consistency. The Ravens really stonewalled the Steelers a lot here. And I know having George Pickens off the field is not great, but you still have to be able to get things done because injuries happen. And relying only on your defense is going to get you pretty far, but I don't think it'll get you all the way. Holy crap.
Oh, that fumble.
Oh.
Yeah, that fumble.
Yeah, slide there, dude. You're not 22 anymore, man. Man, that was a hit. Great win for the Ravens there. This really shakes up the AFC North. Pittsburgh is 10-5. Baltimore's also 10-5. And now they are split a game between a piece, and some weird tiebreaker rules are going to start to come into account if both these teams finish the last 2 games with a similar win-loss record. All right.
It goes into division record, then conference record, then like strength of schedule or strength of victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Michael Penix show has arrived.
Yep, the Michael
he's
Penis
pulling
has
his cock
risen
out.
to
The penis has landed.
the occasion.
And he learned a very valuable lesson.
He's risen to the occasion. Stood up stiff and straight.
Don't
Know when to
don't
get
trust
soft
Kyle
and know when
Pitts.
to get hard.
Don't trust Kyle Pitts to catch the football. Yeah. However, it didn't really matter because he was playing the fucking Giants.
Yeah, it allowed Penix to shoot his load all over the place.
Shut the fuck up. Holy fuck.
Drew Cock Lock was very flashy.
7-34, the final score. The Giants suck. Drew Lock, 22 for 39 for 210, 1 touchdown, 2 picks, 3 sacks. A very good
Horse cocklock.
a very good
That's our horse
defensive
cock.
performance from
up.
I'll take that one.
Would you guys consider jacking off?
Shut up! Holy shit, enough. A very good day by the Falcons defense. Matthew Judon had a pick 6. You heard that right. Matthew Judon had a pick 6.
Doing stuff in this day and age.
The Giants could not run the ball. 26 yards for Tyrone Tracy, 12 for Devin Singletary. Malik Neighbors, 7 for 68, and Wanda Robinson, 7 for 62. Those were the only bright spots. Then for the Falcons, Michael Penix, 18 for 27 for 202, one interception, no touchdowns. Not a bad start for him. The only interception, as we said, we'll probably get to it here in the highlights. It was
It's a little
Kyle
early on,
Pitts
I think.
having hands of bricks once again.
Yeah, that's not on him.
Bijan had
That's
a
not
great
on
game, 22 carries, 94
Did you
yards,
borrow
2
gloves from
touchdowns.
Kadarius Toney?
Apparently. And then receiving, Darnell Mooney, 5 for 82, Drake London, 5 for 59, and Raymond McLeod III, 3 for 19. Again, I think the Giants are just, like, not only can they not win games, but they also don't want to, because I believe they don't want to be riding the Drew Lock horsecock train, and they want to move on to, like, a Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders. So,
Well, like I said earlier, they do hold the first overall pick right now.
yeah.
So
And
just got to keep losing games, and they've got Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders.
yeah, I think they really got to keep focus on what's important here. And I think the Giants continuing to lose game is going to be good in the long run for them, though it probably sucks currently.
Oh yeah, I mean it constantly sucks to be a Giants fan, I assume.
Yeah. As
unless they're playing the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
If obviously this is the Giants, obviously this is the Giants, but the Falcons defense, if they continue to play with this much ferocity, I think they could be a dark horse in the playoff to win a wild card round if they get there. Obviously, they're currently still leading the NFC South, so I could see them knocking off a wild card team. But again, the wild card teams in the NFC are kind of crazy. You're gonna have
a little bit.
Yeah, you're gonna have the.
Stop bringing up A-Rod.
You're gonna have the two NFC North teams. It's either gonna be the Packers, Vikings, and Lions. Two of those three are going to be wild card teams, and those are all scary.
At least 10 wins. They're at least 10-win teams.
And then you're also going to have either the Philadelphia Eagles or the Washington Commanders in there as well. I think the Commanders game could be a toss-up with the Falcons if they end up getting them, because the Falcons defense can be very successful in multiple situations, and the Commanders can also be inconsistent at times since they're a young team with a new coach. Mm-hmm. So, but again,
Dan Quinn's been in the playoffs before. It was with the Falcons, and we know how that ended. But not like he's going fresh into this.
Yeah, the Falcons have to be consistent, which they haven't been all year. But what did we think about the first ever start for Michael Penix?
Not bad.
Looks okay.
It's like how we saw with Drake May's starter earlier this year. We're not expecting the moon from him, but it could have been a lot worse.
Another lefty quarterback too. Another fun thing to watch in the pocket. Hopefully he does have a better. Hopefully he has
plays for the Falcons.
Hopefully he has better. Head
life choices.
Injury. No, better. Well, no, we're talking about Tua, and he has better control of his head and where it goes.
Health.
Yeah, health.
It's
head
health.
health.
I was saying
health.
I know where Galami was going.
Yeah, you're saying Michael Vick.
I know where you're trying to go with that, Lob, because I know his injury, because Penix's injury history is a bit sketchy. I mean, he's already torn his ACL twice in college.
His knees are not where you would want a rookie's knees to be. Also, his age isn't where you want a rookie's age to be. I believe he was a 6th-year senior, maybe even 7th-year senior when he played for Washington.
I think.
And lost to
Let me look up real quick.
Michael Penix is he's 24, so not old, but definitely old for age.
No, I mean, it could be older.
He did not look bad this game. The interception was not his fault. That was Kyle Pitts.
That was Kyle Pitts.
Also, apparently, Jaden Daniels and Bo Nix are also 24, so that just seems to be par for the course here.
Yeah,
that's right here.
Here
it is.
Yeah.
There goes Kyle Pitts into the flat. Throws to Kyle Pitts. Oh no!
Oh my god!
Yeah.
How's that on Penix? That's
you cannot blame that
on Penix. The stat is going to be on Penix.
I know.
Unfortunately, so.
But yeah, great win by the Falcons, getting what needs to be done. Use this as a blueprint for your defense to continue to be successful, as best as you can. You need to keep being able to do that. Don't do that. Don't do
like that chirping from Terrell there.
That is beating a dead horse with a fucking bazooka. Just stop. It's already dead.
You're not
keep on doing it. It's the fucking Giants. Who cares?
And then there's Matthew Judon. I don't think I would call this a thick 6. I would call it a surprising 6.
Is he a? That's, oh my god!
Wacky ass dance. Anyway, moving on.
We can't mock Mamba in person for this.
Yeah,
that kind of makes me sad.
Yeah, we can.
I mean,
Mamba, Bears lose.
I mean, what do you expect? The Lions are one of the top 3 teams in the NFL, and I don't think they're third.
If they didn't have injuries on the defense, I would have them Super Bowl winners right now. Well, at least Super Bowl contenders.
If the Bengals had an O-line, we would be Super Bowl champions. What?
No, if you had defense, you have a 10-win season.
And if
I'm
Eli
talking
Apple,
about 2 years ago. If we had an offensive line that could block anyone, Jamar Chase was wide open on that last play.
And a cornerback whose name isn't Eli Apple.
Eli Apple.
Well,
now,
that wasn't
hold on. Say what you will about Eli Apple's dumbass comments off the field and his trash talking. Eli Apple statistically was a very good quarterback on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Except when he trash talks. When he trash talks, he gets blasted.
Yep. So if I was his head coach, I would have literally I would have been like, look,
duct
you're
tape
a
his mouth
man.
shut.
No, you're a man. I'm a man. NFL season, disable the Twitter account. Like, I'm going to go full teacher on you. Give me the phone. Give me the phone.
Also, with Cincinnati O-line, that wasn't because of injuries. That was just because your GM's a dumbass.
No, it was because fucking we drafted Jonah Williams with one of our top overall picks a few years before, and that guy has concrete shoes for feet. Also,
I said GM.
Yeah, GM, yeah.
Leave me alone!
I was counting down. I
was so ready.
3, 2, 1.
It's already gone.
Matt
Damon.
You can still do it.
Okay, 34-17, the final score. The Lions get the. You are up 24-0. You are up. It's the same.
Don't care.
There's a reason I'm not cheering that loudly.
Mrs. Lob City, the sore winner.
34
She's what's
17.
wrong with Packer fans.
Yeah, Girlami said you're what's wrong with
Interception.
Packer fans. You're a sore winner.
That was KDF.
You. This is like you're beating a dead horse with a cinder block.
No, this
Oh
is,
my.
it's a disabled child.
But Tiny Tim, I don't want to eat the haggis.
And God bless us, every.
Timmy. Yes, your name's Timmy.
So again,
that's Jimmy.
This stat from Caleb Williams: 26 for 40 for 334, 2 touchdowns, no picks, 2 sacks. Good game from him.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. They couldn't run the ball, though. They had 59 total rush yards. Caleb Williams had 34 of them. And receiving, Keenan Allen, 9 for 141 and a touchdown. And Roman Dude 4 for 77. It keeps making me think that this Bears team is just a few pieces away from legitimately being a good team. They need some offensive line help, and they need a coach with a strong locker room presence, good timeout management.
Name doesn't rhyme with Likaski.
Yeah. You need a head coach that is going to create a good culture and know how to use a timeout better than a 4-year-old playing Madden. And then you just need a few pieces on defense. And I think this team legitimately could be a problem, especially in this tough division of the NFC North. Then for the Lions, Jared Goff, another great day. 23 for 32 for 336, 3 touchdowns, no picks, 1 sack. Jahmyr Gibbs, he's now the only man left running the ball, basically, besides him and Jameson Williams. Jameson Williams had 1 carry. Gibbs had 23 for 109 yards and a touchdown. He also was, Williams was their lead receiver, 5 receptions, 143 yards and a touchdown for a running back that's not named Christian McCaffrey. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 6 for 70 and a touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, 4 for 45. Laporta, 4 for 43 and a touchdown. This was an old-fashioned beatdown between one of the best teams in the league and one of the bottom 6, I would say.
I thought Williams was a receiver. I thought he was a receiver, not a running back.
I thought Jameson Williams was a running back. Am I wrong?
No.
Could be wrong.
You're thinking
He's
of
wide
Jamal.
receiver. I'm thinking of Jamal.
Yeah, you're thinking
yes.
of Jamal.
Yeah, you're thinking.
Yeah, no. Jameson Williams, yes, is a receiver. My mistake. There he is. Look at him go. Look at him go.
Oh, can we show the trick play?
The bundle Rooski.
Oh my god!
Oh yes, when was that?
When I saw that live, I was like, "Oh shit!"
I actually didn't watch this game live. I only just heard about it on the ride home from work today.
So
is this it?
This is a play where you have the quarterback and someone behind the line of scrimmage pretend like there's a fumble and loudly yell fumble, which the defense is supposed to do when they see the ball hit the ground. And you have people stumble around, which means these defenders in the box, and especially if you can get some of the short corners to suck down in and get drawn into this play here, then you're going to have guys turning their hips, getting beat on the play, pop the ball over the top, touchdown, right in the pocket.
Into a nearly wide open Sam Laporta.
Yeah. And this was the best example of it. Unlike that horrible fucking commercial with Andy Reid saying Bundarooski 8 times. I fucking hate that commercial. But this was a phenomenal play, well set up, just no one near Laporta. Amazing catch. Touchdown. Again, the trick plays we are going to see from the Lions in the playoffs are going to blow your socks off.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if they got the idea after they almost fumbled it against the Packers when they went for it on 4th down on that Thursday night game.
Also, Caleb, look at this.
Maybe.
Caleb Williams in this play was an inch away from death. Amazing footwork. This guy's super slippery. does a spin.
He's just
Right
surrounded by a
there.
sea of white.
Right
Oh my
there.
god.
Oh, I saw. Oh my god. I think you could probably slow it down.
Yeah, just like play with like
0.5 or
yes.
He does
Right here.
this little move. Watch 46 coming down here. Spin. Woo!
Oh my god. You really had
That
his
would have been a
neck broken.
head to the side of the head while you're spinning and then ripped back the death. Straight death. Straight to jail. Do not pass go.
Would that have been flagged technically?
Because as a quarterback, yes.
It
but anyway,
probably would have been, yes.
great win by the Lions.
Because you were still declared a runner at that point.
Anyway, the
but
battle for
still is
Ohio.
one of those.
Show some class. You don't live in Cleveland. You live in Cincinnati, and we sure showed some class this game.
I didn't get burnt on that.
What a thing to start off with. This was Dorian Thompson-Robinson's start this week. DTR went 20 for 34 for 157 and threw 2 picks this game with throwing no touchdowns. Rushing, Jerome Ford 11 for 92 and a touchdown, as well as Dorian Thompson-Robinson 9 for 49. The fumble here early is really what derailed the Browns and really forced them, or really kind of put them on the back foot and put the Bengals in charge. There were some plays by Joe Burrow in this game that were otherworldly.
Yes.
I'll show you one in a second, but the fumble here, a great knockout.
That was just a good.
One of the best things about the Bengals defense, they force a lot of fumbles because Jermaine Pratt, right there, number 57, teaches guys how to do it.
He just has a habit of punching.
He has a habit of punching the football out, and he's taught other guys how to do it, and it's phenomenal. For the Bengals, Joe Burrow, 23 for 30 for 253, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 4 sacks. Chase Brown, he only needs, I think, 190-ish more yards to have 1,000 rushing yards season. He didn't play till week 9.
Damn.
Yeah. Or I believe week 6. Not week 9, week 6. So
but
he's been our workhorse, and he is very good, and he needs to be kept on this team, Matt Damon. Fucking hell.
Dude, Saunders is pissed he didn't come
I
down
just
with that
said
interception.
Matt Damon. Wow. Duke Tobin. Jamar Chase, 6 for 97 and a touchdown. I believe this is the play here. Yeah.
Which?
Whoa, what a throw. Whoa.
Close enough. Welcome back, Bobby Orr.
He was parallel with the ground when he threw that.
Yeah.
They reviewed it and they just called it stand because they couldn't tell if he did touch the ground or not.
It was like that close.
Not let that stand.
That was
Jamar Chase had a touchdown. T. Higgins had a touchdown. Andrea Shovash had a touchdown. It was a great day all around for the Bengals. They did sputter in the second half and didn't manage to be as efficient, but they still got the job done, and a win is a win, and that's what we need right now. They're looking a bit better as we move on. I know this is the Browns, but it's still looking a little bit better on both sides of the ball, especially defensively this game. We got some good sacks, some turnovers. It's a lot better. So we just need to keep that intensity up, and if we get some things to go right, you could see us in the playoffs. And I guarantee you the Chiefs do not want to see us round 1 or 2. Of all the teams that they want to play, we're very, very far down on that list.
That's if Chiefs don't get the number 1 seed.
Right. That's why I said first or second round, they get the number 1 seed. Then for the Browns, yeah, it's rough. I mean, you're going to get a high draft pick. Hopefully you can find someone that's going to really help turn this franchise around. The biggest problem, I think, is going to be talking about Myles Garrett's future because he said he does not want to be part of a rebuild, which means where are you going to deal him? How are you going to deal him? What are you going to get back for him? A lot of different options there. So,
well, the rumor is that they're going to try and move him to a contender. So that could be a number of teams, like Chiefs, Vikings, Lions, Bills. I mean, they're probably going to need a new defensive end, considering the Von Miller experiment is not working out very well there.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah, like I can't think of any other defensive player right now because Aiden Hutchinson's hurt. That's
I will say, Pat Surtain's been having a decent year for the Broncos.
Yeah.
I just realized I muted my mic
I
to
got
blow my
behind,
nose. I
actually,
didn't
for
talk. So TJ Watt's the leader, Patrick Surtain, then Nick Pitino, Will Anderson Jr., Dale Hunter, Andrew Van Gykel, Xavier McKinney, Jonathan Peter, then Trey Hendrickson. If Trey Hendrickson wasn't, or if the Bengals defense wasn't so horrible, Trey Hendrickson would get Defensive Player of the Year. If the Bengals weren't so horrible in general, Joe Burrow would be getting the MVP. And I think regardless of the Bengals' record at the end of the season, Jamar Chase should get Offensive Player of the Year because he's got the Triple Crown. So, the Bengals, I don't think it's like Cincy bias. I think it's like legitimate.
Oh, come on,
It's
Talk about
okay.
from you.
Well, it could be Jamar Chase if the MVP goes to like a quarterback. It could be Jamar Chase or Saquon Barkley for Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could see it more being Barkley. I mean, he's been having a monster year. Like,
if the Bengals had 10 wins, if the Bengals had 10 wins, they could win 3 of the major NFL awards.
Go for it.
yes, but you don't have 10 wins.
Exactly, which is just sucks because we should have 10 wins. We should have should be basically undefeated.
No. Reminder, how did week 1 go for you again?
I'm saying, like, based on our team talent, we shouldn't be this way, but we are because we've played so horribly.
Oh, you guys
The talent level of the Bengals is so much more than they play like because of underutilized or underperforming coaching, in my opinion.
Wait, they're going for it on 4th and 5? What?
That's the pat. No. I think they were just trying to get him off sides.
All right. We'll go ahead and move on from this one, but good win for the Bengals. Their playoff hopes stay alive. They're now at 14% to make the playoffs.
Well, teams that are definitely not making the playoffs.
Yeah, so the Colts were up in the third quarter by they were winning 38 to 7.
38 to 10. Oh, I thought it was
38
10.
to 7. And then the Tennessee Titans come back and they score in the last bit of the third and fourth quarter. They score a combined 23 points and make it back to 30 points and still end up losing the game by 8. This was almost a catastrophic loss for the Colts, but they managed to get the win regardless of it.
Which would have been hilarious because they did the same thing I think like a year or two ago when they still had Matt Ryan.
This was the Jonathan Taylor game. He went 29 for 218 and 3 touchdowns. Anthony Richardson also ran the ball 9 times for 70 yards and a touchdown. And Anthony Richardson, this is his quarterback stat, 7 for 11 for 131, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 1 sack. 7 for 11. I've not seen a quarterback attempt that low since Michigan last year. 11 passing attempts. Now, granted, a lot of these were scrambles that were passing plays for Anthony Richardson that turned into just runs, but still, like, dang, dude. It's a low amount of passing attempts.
Many. Last time I seen like the passing attempts very lower was the Patriots face against the Bills, just running the ball.
Oh, yeah,
was it a couple years ago? Yeah, it was like 5 pass attempts that Mac Jones did.
Yeah, I remember that game.
Super fucking snowy. That was Bill Belichick's resume stat pattern if he wanted to coach at like Navy. Then for the Titans, Rudolph 23 for 34 for 252, 2 touchdowns, 3 picks, 1 sack. So those 3 picks.
I saw one of those picks there.
Yeah, they could not run the ball well. 8 for 25 for Joey Pollard, 10 for 27 for Tajay Spears. Receiving, Chig Okonkwo 9 for 80, Calvin Ridley 3 for 78 and a touchdown. Tajay Spears 3 for 39, Tyler Boyd 2 for 20, and Nick Westbrook-Ikhine 2 for 17 and a touchdown.
Ran the fuck over.
The fact that the Titans were able to get back in this game shows just how inconsistent the Colts can be, especially defensively. They've been off and on the entire year. Some weeks they look great, and other weeks, like against the Packers, they can't even stop the run. And then the fight of the Tennessee Titans to stay in this game when, again, they're not going to be in the playoffs at, coming into this game 3-11. A great amount of fight from them. But in the end, the Colts were able to build up a large enough lead and get the win, and that was all on the back of Jonathan Taylor. 218 rush yards and 29 carries and 3 touchdowns. His workhorse numbers. That's ridiculous. if this is going to be how the team plays, you got to hope that you can get like 3 generational running backs back to back to back, because you're not going to survive very long in this system of just running the ball until the wheels fall off. So I definitely think Anthony Richardson has some promise to him. Obviously, his athletic ability is unmatched, but he needs to develop better as a quarterback so you can have a balanced attack. Because we say run the damn ball. We don't want to run all the time. We want to have a balanced attack here. And this was unbalanced as fuck. But at the same time, it's the Titans. And when you have Quentin Nelson pulling for Anthony Richardson, that's almost a metric ton of weight right there. So, you can just get away with it. For the Titans, high draft pick. Just to keep saying that. High draft pick.
High draft pick.
High draft pick. Yeah. We will move on from this game. This was a wild one. Speaking of a wild one.
Oh, boy.
JETS suck. 19-9, the final score. This was an ugly, ugly game. Matthew Stafford, 14 for 19 for 110. That's Matthew Stafford with less than 20 passing attempts, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Running the ball, Kieran Williams, 23 for 122 and a touchdown. Great day for him. Puka Nacua, 8 for 56. Cooper Kupp, 3 for 24. 2 to 12, 1 for 12. Tyler Higbee is back, 1 for 11 and a touchdown.
Oh, wow.
So this Rams team is not back to full strength, but offensive. They have all their weapons back. And again, this is like a guy that walks into like a secure area and has to put all his weapons on the table to go through a metal detector, and he just keeps pulling out pistol after gun after saber after sword. There's so many weapons on this Rams team that it's scary. Like, Kieran Williams is your star running back, and he's amazing. Not to mention behind him you have Blake Corum, who's very solid and also very hard to tackle at basically built like a fucking cannonball. Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp, and Tutu Atwell at wide receiver is an insane lineup at wide receiver 1, 2, and 3. And now Tyler Higbee's back, one of the better tight ends in the NFL, at least last season before his injury against the Lions. The only problem is that their defense is like a Buddhist monk. There are no weapons at all. None can be found whatsoever. So if they're going to win any games, if they get to the playoffs at 9-6, which it looks like they are going to possibly win the NFC West, they're going to have to win games in shootouts, and they are going to get crazy. For the Jets, I don't know what I don't know. This point, the defense went from last year really good to this year. You couldn't stop Norfolk State from running 1,000 yards on you, and you also couldn't stop
Norfolk State. Shout out to Michael Vick.
Shout out to Michael Vick. You also couldn't probably stop modern-day Michigan from throwing for 500 yards against you.
Probably, yeah.
Aaron Rodgers threw 42 pass attempts for 256 yards and a touchdown and 1 sack. The Jets didn't punt the ball. The Jets did not punt the ball, and they lost by 10 to the defenseless Rams. The New York fucking Jets did not punt the ball, and they lost to the Rams by 10.
They just need to blow it up. And I mean, just literally blow it up. Just lock the whole team in their playout, in Minecraft. Lock them in their Minecraft base and just surround it with TNT and blow it up.
Blow it up, yeah. And this team supposedly has weapons too. Breece Hall and Braylon Allen are both really good running backs. Devontae Adams, water pistols. Tyler Conklin, Alan Lazard, Garrett Wilson. Yeah. You have Sauce Gardner on the other side. Quentin Williams as well.
The defense quite quitted. That's basically what happened.
Yeah. And also, I think 20 rushing attempts and 42 pass attempts is kind of crazy. But this Jets all line isn't really great either. So, yeah. Oh, man, a lot of missed extra points. Kicking in cold weather is hard, guys. We had good start to the season. Bad ending for kickers. I don't want
kickers.
Yeah, get the Jets off my screen. Okay.
Hey, we can talk about this game now. As I was saying, deja vu. Last season, the Eagles had a horrific loss to the Seahawks around Christmas time. Now they did the same thing this year to the Commanders.
To be fair, the Commanders team this year is much better, and they are a legitimate playoff team with some contending possibility. It's not great.
It is true. Also, Jalen Hurts got hurt.
Yes.
Yep. I mean, you had to rely on Tiny Hands Pickett.
A lot of Eagles fans are saying, hey, you guys beat a backup quarterback. Eagles fans look at the Washington Commanders / Redskins / football team quarterback roster the past 20 years. You've been doing nothing but beating up on backup quarterbacks in 8 months of RG3 and Kirk Cousins.
I'm sorry if Washington was a shit organization with Dan Snyder. It's not our fault that your owner is a dumbass. Our owner is actually a decent human being.
Who hires shitty head coaches?
That is true. Besides Andy Reid. Andy Reid was a good hire. But
Andy Reid was a godsend.
Yeah.
Nick Sirianni
people
is...
say, is a douche. I think because people are trying to be like, why did you let Andy Reid go? Or why did you fire Andy Reid? It's like, it was time. Like, I love Andy Reid. I think after a while, and when it was still his last season, he only had like 3 wins. It was like, okay, it's kind of time. At least they let him go through the whole season and respectfully let him go.
Yeah, there's been some baffling head coaching firings in NFL history, like Marty Schottenheimer, Brian Flores. Andy Reid was not one of them when he was in Philadelphia.
No,
it just had to happen.
It was kind of along the lines of like a hockey head coach where people just start to tune him out.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of what happened. So
anyway, that's a pass.
Commanders win this game, and the Eagles lost the game. However, both are happy because of this, the Cowboys are eliminated from the playoffs.
True. That's true. Very true.
So at the very end, there's a silver lining for even the Eagles in this situation.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts did get hurt. He only went 1 for 4, which put Kenny Pickett in 14 for 24 for 143, a touchdown and a pick. Barkley was amazing.
That was the injury right there.
Was it?
Yes, that was the injury, and that was on Jalen Hurts for not sliding.
If you saw him getting up, you saw that he was a little bit wobbly, he like
telltale sign of a concussion.
Got away a little too fast for us to get a good look at that, I guess.
Telltale sign of a concussion.
What's a concussion?
You wouldn't know full.
NFL doesn't.
Saquon Barkley, 29 for 150
NFL
and 2
doesn't
touchdowns on the ground.
I don't.
They're getting better at least.
NFL doesn't know what a concussion is, what a catch is.
It's not the 90s and 80s anymore. At least it's a little.
What taunting is.
I'm just being a smartass.
For the Commanders, Jalen Daniels, 24 for 39 for 258, 5 touchdowns, 2 picks, 1 sack. He was also the lead rusher, 9 for 81. Not a good thing there. I still think the Commanders need to get a surefire, bona fide star running back to really be a more potent offense, because I like Brian Robinson Jr. I don't think he's cutting it. He's good, but I think he'll be better as a running back.
He's young, so I mean,
yeah, and he can develop. Don't get me wrong. I mean, he could make me my words by all means, but at the same time, I feel like if they can get one guy above him and they could have a really good 2-back system going, kind of like Pollard and Elliott were back in the day in Dallas, that could be a really good situation for him.
Would it be kind of the offensive line a little?
There's a bit of that too. The offensive line
they could get a bit of an upgrade on the tackles position.
But also,
they
it's
definitely
not
didn't
horrible.
need a new edge rusher because they haven't had a great one since Chase Young and Montez Sweat left.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're horrible, but I think like if they get one offensive lineman to help that, I think Brian Robinson could go up a level.
Yeah.
Is she still cheering about us beating a dead horse?
Yep.
It's a disabled child.
Ma'am, 24-0. Is that who's playing quarterback?
It's a Down syndrome child. That's
no. Is he still playing?
God, what a catch!
Is Jordan Love still in the game?
Yes.
Oh, I thought they put the Penn State guy in. What's his name?
No.
Anyways, enough torturing Mastodon with this game.
No, but the ending of this game was phenomenal. I'll have to show the very end of it here.
Damn. Prevent
just
defense.
Drink it away,
prevents
Maston.
wins.
Just drink it away.
Yeah.
Prevent defense.
Interception
prevent
here by
wins.
Reed Blankenship. They're up by 2 points. They get the ball all the way down, near into the red zone. They kick a field goal. It's just barely good. You're up 5. 1:52 left. 1 timeout, and the drive begins. And slowly but surely, they chew up more and more of the field, even getting runs. And then eventually, they pass it from the 10-yard line into the back of the end zone for a touchdown with barely any time left.
Hey, coaches, prevent defense prevents wins, you dumb fucks.
Yeah.
He's angry.
How many games did they fucking see that the prevent defense, when you're only up by like 5 points or something, or 3 points, less than 7.
Yeah, bring some pressure.
Oh, Rick's caught some.
Also, this was so funny to see this happen. Watch the celebration here. Watch the celebration.
What was it?
Whee!
Oh yeah.
Also,
He's
did they say why
"Hey,
Patricia was still with the team.
Did
He's
they
not.
say why Gardner Johnson got the penalty?
No, did they show
I did
that?
not know.
Didn't he get
I did
ejected
not-
early? How early was it?
I don't know.
I don't know. I actually didn't know. I had NFL Red Zone. They didn't say anything about a penalty for.
Yeah, he got his helmet knocked off by a Commanders player and got the flag.
Let me see
Yeah.
if there's anything. Okay, here it is. Official
doesn't
gives
make sense.
explanation. Let me see here.
That.
Ruled unsportsmanlike conduct during the third quarter after saying some words to Zach Bound that resulted
That's
in
what
Commanders
he
4 to
said.
5 turnovers.
Hmm.
It was his second unsportsmanlike conduct of the game, which meant by rule automatic ejection.
Okay. Gotcha.
Did the other
Okay.
player get hit for knocking his helmet off, though?
I don't know.
It doesn't say.
No, it's
I
just the
mean,
double
it-
unsportsmanlike is the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, was it during the play that the helmet came off, or was it just?
I don't know.
Like
It was after the
if
play.
It was,
All right. Warning. First spike game of the season. The Cardinals 30, Panthers 36. Panthers are eliminated from the playoffs, and because of this win, they have eliminated the Cardinals from playoff contention. Again,
I
Panthers
honestly
said-
did not realize the Cardinals were this close to elimination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Panthers didn't have to win this game. The reason they wanted to win it was for themselves, their fans, and their team. And they went out and did it and eliminated the Cardinals. Kyler Murray, 20 for 32 for 202, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 3 sacks. James Conner had a great day, 15 carries, 117 yards, and 1 touchdown. Kyler Murray also 8 for 63 and a touchdown. Receiving, James Conner 4 for 49, Michael Wilson 2 for 44, Marvin Harrison 4 for 39, Michael Carter 5 for 30, Trey McBride 3 for 30. Then for the Panthers, Bryce Young 17 for 26 for 158 and 2 touchdowns, no picks, 3 sacks. Chuba Hubbard 25 for 152 on the ground with 2 touchdowns, a great run day for him. Bryce Young also ran 5 times for 68 yards and a touchdown. Then receiving, old man Adam Thielen led the way, 5 for 43 and a touchdown with David Moore 2 for 39 and a touchdown. Again, for the Panthers, you're starting to really, really, really tiptoe into this gray area of, hey, maybe Bryce Young's our guy, and if he is, great, but if you're not completely sure, then you're still in this purgatory of, like, what do we do? When does the rebuild really start?
he's looking
definitely
much better.
saved from the point he was at earlier. So we were thinking like, okay, he is the biggest bust that we've ever seen out of Carolina. So I'd say he's at least saved his job for this season, maybe next season.
Yeah, he's definitely looking much better. I wonder if it was like some coaching stuff, probably some change, or probably
bit.
actually getting
Maybe
development.
Yeah,
Hold on,
maybe a bit.
You mean
of
this? Hold on. NFL owners and GMs. You mean you have to develop rookies or very young players? What a fucking concept!
I know. It's like the second we saw guys like Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes enter the league, they think like, oh, we'd only just need to sit him for like 3 games, and then we've got an instant playoff contending quarterback. Like, not every quarterback is going to be like that. You have to look back to the old days where you actually have to develop a quarterback to be as good as someone like Matt Stafford or Tom Brady or Peyton Manning or something like that.
Yeah. This was just a defensive struggle from the Cardinals. They could not stop the Panthers, who, have some weapons, but they shouldn't be this effective. So, they struggled.
Especially when Canero's doing that.
Yeah, they struggled, and because of that gave the Panthers footing, and they never let go of it, and it just became a shootout, to which the Panthers took advantage of some timely turnovers and won the game.
There's another stat line I saw. Apparently, Trey McBride is like only 200 passing yards away from setting a record for most passing yards by a tight end in NFL history without a touchdown.
Damn.
Yeah.
You mean receiving yards?
Receiving yards. Did I say passing?
You said passing, so I was trying to make sure.
My
but
bad.
yeah.
We all knew what you meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, for the Cardinals, a rough way to end the season, and now you're in that purgatory state of not being bad enough to get a high pick and not good enough to get into the playoffs. And for the Panthers, good win, amazing win, honestly, against a team that was near playoff contention. And more questions start circling about Bryce Young. What happens? What do you go forward with? Is he the guy? Is he not? We'll have to see. Big questions for their GM moving forward. All right.
At least they don't have Gettleman as their GM anymore.
Yeah. The coolest thing about this game was actually a celebration, and here's why.
Oh, they pre-game rehearsal this?
The Vikings defense rehearsed before the game the camp rock dance, so that during the game, if they got an interception, turnover, fumble recovery, whatever, they could actually all perform it together. And it turned out
I figured that's what every defensive meeting is like, where they're just like, okay, this is what we're going to do when we catch an interception or we get a pick six. Or
Yeah. Look at it.
They were ready.
The funniest thing is that on this video from ESPN on TikTok, Demi Lovato commented and said that's iconic. So I think that's pretty cool. And you're getting a shout out from the person who actually made the dance.
Nice.
But great win here for the Vikings being able to take down a playoff contending Seattle team. 27-24, the final score, close game. Sam Darnold, 22 for 35 for 246, 3 touchdowns, no picks, 3 sacks. The ground game was not great, 18 for 67 for Aaron Jones and 5 for 11 for Sam Darnold, but receiving, Justin Jefferson, 10 for 144 and 2 touchdowns, as well as Jordan Addison, 5 for 35 and a touchdown, and TJ Hawkinson, 2 for 27. For the Seahawks, Geno Smith, 31 for 43 for 314, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks, 2 sacks. Running the ball was abysmal. They could not run the ball at all. Kenneth Walker, the third, 8 for 31. Kenny McIntosh, 3 for 14. No one else had more than a carry. 59 total rush yards and 15 carries. Receiving, JSN, 8 for 95 and a touchdown. DK Metcalf, 3 for 57 and a touchdown. Noah Fant, 3 for 50. And Kenneth Walker, the third, 8 for 28. Vikings starting to be a little bit more consistent as the season winds down, which is great. If you're going to have your lull, might as well have it in the middle of the season, still get wins out of it, and then at the end of the season start playing your best football. And this was some of the better football the Vikings have played all year. They're sitting at the 13-2 mark, which is a tie with Detroit, but since Detroit's beaten them, they are a single game back from, or I believe not even a single game back. They're a half game back on the NFC North, and anyone can still win the division. I believe Green Bay, since they're about to win tonight against the Saints, they will be 11-4, and
they'll still be out though because of head-to-head.
Yes, but if Green Bay wins all of their remaining games, and then I think if Minnesota and Detroit lose all their remaining games, Green Bay will they win the NFC North, or can they only be a wild card team?
Detroit face against Minnesota in week 18.
So they can't lose out. So yeah.
So
Green Bay,
there is still a chance.
No, Green Bay cannot.
No, we can only take second.
Yeah, Green Bay can only be second at max. So Green Bay is going to be a wild card team, which means no playoff Lambeau game, at least in the first round, which kind of sucks. I just broke my wife's heart over there. And Detroit and Minnesota will play each other in the final week of the season, which might determine, if they both win their subsequent games this next week, who wins the NFC North.
Can determine number
God,
one seed.
It could. Yeah. It very well could. Especially now with the Eagles dropping the ball, literally, against the Commanders. Then, moving on to the Seahawks state of things, they're 8-7. The Rams are 9-6. So they are a full game back. It's not looking great for them, especially since the wild card position is far and away gone because of the NFC North and also the Eagles or Commanders.
You're welcome.
And so the last 2 games of the season for the Seahawks are the Bears and the Rams, both away. This was their last home game, which kind of sucks. They could very easily beat the Bears if they show up and play well. And then the Rams is going to be a big one. If the Rams lose next week and then they go into that game will determine the winner of the NFC West and who gets to be in the playoff and who gets to go home. So that'll be a great game to look forward to. But in this game, a one-sided attack from the Seattle Seahawks. They couldn't run the ball, and the Vikings defense forced them into passing, which caused a
penalty right there.
Yeah, because he looked at him while he did it.
Also, the Rams face against Arizona this upcoming week. Right. So that'll be a spiteful, Arizona trying to get Rams out.
Arizona was very, very pissed off at that loss to the Panthers. So, but yeah, Geno Smith throwing 2 picks,
losing to the NFL's equivalent of Ball State.
Don't disrespect the Panthers like that. That's the Giants.
Almost. The Giants are the Ball State.
Giants are Ball State. Okay. The Panthers are probably
Not Appalachian State. They were actually decent, if I remember right.
Offense have looked decent recently. Maybe Wake Forest. Yeah, Wake Forest.
True. Okay.
Shout out the Demon.
They're not
Deacons.
that. They're
Actually,
not that far.
They're in the
from each
ACC. No, it needs to be Group of 5 school. Shout out Sam Houston. You got a bowl game. Shout out Sam.
Wyoming.
Houston.
That's why I said
Wyoming.
Appalachian State.
Yeah,
That's why I almost said
Wyoming.
Appalachian.
I don't know what
State,
Wyoming's team name is.
The Cowboys.
The Cowboys.
Shout out Josh
How
Allen.
about them Cowboys?
All right.
I love you, Josh Allen.
Let's move on from this one. But great playoff implications
Also-
off of this.
Also, who had Sam Darnold having 13 wins?
96.
Nobody.
Literally
nobody.
No one except blind Vikings fans at the start of the season. Not even that. No, not even Sam Darnold. They thought J.J. McCarthy would do it. Yeah, no one. Absolutely no one. No one but Nostradamus. Anyway, Buffalo. You are the home of Buffalo Wings. You know that if you play with your food, it gets everywhere. Stop doing it. Why were you playing with your food? Why were you playing with it? Man, you were building a freaking castle out of hot wings, dude. Sitting there like, this is fun. They're like, oh shit, we're down 14.
You can mock the Patriots all you want. Drake May was cooking this game. Drake May was cooking.
Again, if Drake May and Jaden Daniels switch spots, Drake May would be the offensive rookie of the year. Drake May looks very good. Drake May looks very good. He went 22 for 36 for 261, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, 2 sacks. Also ran 6 times for 30 yards. Ramondre Stevenson also ran 60 yards on 12 carries and a touchdown. Receiving, Keyshawn Buttle 5 for 95 and a touchdown. Austin Hooper 4 for 55. Hunter Henry 4 for 39 and a touchdown. Demario Douglas 4 for 33. Kendrick Bourne 2 for 18. Ramondre Stevenson 1 for 13. For the Bills, Josh Allen 16 for 29 for 154, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 1 sack. Not a great game for him. James Cook ran the ball the most, 11 for 100 yards and a touchdown. Receiving, James Cook 3 for 26 and a touchdown. Matt Collins 2 for 25. Dawson Knox 2 for 22, and Khalil Shakir 2 for 22. Again, Buffalo went out and was lackadaisical. I feel like I'm not in the locker room. I don't know these guys' minds, but I feel like they underestimated the Patriots, and this is still an NFL team that still has some NFL players on it.
Watching that first half, it definitely looked like it definitely felt like they were sort of looking past their opponent. I mean, the Patriots are basically a doormat of the AFC right now, at least one of them. So
one of them.
Yeah.
I was gonna say they're not that much a doormat as like the Jets or the Jags or the Raiders.
True.
Yeah.
Also, thank you, Patriots, for having the Bills defense lose points and not letting Josh Allen go off for me to win, beat Muzzy to go into the fantasy championship this week against Lyle.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas to you.
That will say something. I forgot to talk about fantasy just because Muzzy's not been able to do the videos because of his schedule, but that's fine. Obviously, last place, K-Duff and Mamba are fighting against each other to see who doesn't have to drink the homemade Malort. I beat Gorlami, as usual, to get into the championship game, and Macedon upset
Second year in a row.
Macedon upset Muzzy by 0.63 points to get into the championship, which is crazy. We would have had a rematch of last year, me and Muzzy, but alas, it was not. Mamba ruins the homecoming.
I went like 7-9. I went like 7-9 or 7-8 for fantasy too. I have a losing record.
Yeah, and you got in. It's just any given Sunday. Just like any given Sunday, the Bills can play with their food. But yeah, you cannot do this when you get in the playoff, Bills. You're going to have the number 1 or the number 2 seed. You might be coming off a bye. You can't come out flat as a Minecraft skeleton, and then decide to just try to play the best football you can late in the game. You're not going to be able to do that against a lot of these AFC teams.
Jesus, that's a lot of elves in Lambeau.
So
sorry.
Let's not you need to take things more seriously in order to be able to get quality wins in the playoffs, and you can't be messing around. For the Patriots, I mean,
I want to mess around.
High draft pick Patriots, but Drake May also looks good. So shout out there.
It kind of makes me happy we lost this game. Doesn't fuck up the tank for Travis. So. As for the Raiders,
can we even talk about this game? This one sucked.
A final score 14.
Raiders won. Mac Jones sucks. The Raiders are fucking up their tank. Yada yada yada.
14 for 19. Aiden O'Connell 24 for 38 for 257. No touchdowns, no picks, 2 sacks. Mac Jones 25 for 39 for 247. 1 touchdown, no interceptions, 1 sack. How does Doug Peterson have a job?
How does Trent Baalke even have a job still?
Yeah, Trent Baalke.
Oh my god.
Oh, we skipped it. Thank God. This was a rough one.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Raiders and Jacksonville fans, but like that game was horrible.
Oh, even they don't want to see it.
Yeah, 49ers and Dolphins.
They'd rather, yeah.
Brock Purdy had a good game, but it was not enough. 17-29 in the final score. The Dolphins get the win. Their high-powered offense leading the way. Basically, they weren't injured. 26 for 40 for Brock Purdy for 313 yards with 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, and 3 sacks. Tua went 22 for 34 for 215 for a touchdown with no interceptions and no sacks. 49ers couldn't run the ball. Brock Purdy was a lead rusher for 4 for 26. Deebo Samuel, Patrick Taylor, and Kyle Juszczyk all carried the ball afterwards as well. Couldn't get it done. Obviously, they're so banged up. George Kittle's the lead receiver, 8 for 106. Deebo Samuel, 7 for 96 and a touchdown. Juwan Jennings, 4 for 51. For the Dolphins, Devon Akane, 17 for 120 and a touchdown. He also has a lead receiver, 6 for 70. Jonathan Smith, 6 for 62, and Tyreek Hill, 3 for 29 and a touchdown. Jonathan Smith definitely should be getting some votes for most improved player. It'll go to Sam Darnold, but Jonathan Smith has looked far and ahead, one of the better improving tight ends this season, if not one of the best improving players from last season. For the Niners, you're banged up, you're injured, you're hurt. We get it. This season is a wash.
Your O-line is basically decimated.
It's been a massive disappointment. You've had people lost for all sorts of injuries. McCaffrey, obviously, with the Achilles tendonitis. You lost all your running backs. Trent Williams is sadly out for off-football reasons, which are just devastating to hear.
So is the majority of your starting O-line.
Yeah. You had a player shot in the beginning of the year. You had a guy walk off the field last week. Like, it's just bad. It is just bad all around.
Fred Warner's been apparently playing on one foot.
Yeah. You guys need to eat your Wheaties, I guess. I don't know. Something. And then for Miami, doesn't look like you're making the playoffs at 7-8. You could, but hopefully you don't for the Bengals' sake. But
hey, what an effort.
Yeah, I mean, this team is still, if they somehow get to the playoffs, this offense can win them games in a shootout if they're drawing up the right plays. So.
Yeah, some of the injuries early on for Miami definitely hurt him.
Yeah, Tua's absence for a couple weeks with an injury to his head, not great. And this is next year, Tyreek Hill's last season?
Supposedly.
Yes.
Allegedly.
Yep.
Who knows? Maybe his contract with the porn industry doesn't kick in until like 2026 or something.
Yep.
And anyway, we would be reporting on the... Oh, wait, we still have this game to go. I forgot about that.
Yes. Buccaneers and Cowboys. Good game, actually.
Yeah.
Turned out to be a good game in the end. 24-26, the final score. This ended crazily. I'll show you. I'll get to that point right here.
How about
we get into the fourth quarter. It's a 2-point game. The Cowboys are up. The Buccaneers are driving. And obviously, this Cowboys defense has some holes in it. Obviously, not Micah Parsons. But Baker Mayfield is able to, once again, just be the strong-ass motherfucker that he is. Throws a ball to Rachaad White. Rachaad White grabs it. Doesn't secure it very well. And he gets stripped.
No way.
And because I believe he wasn't touched, he was touched, so there was a downed ball, and then they kneeled out the clock and won the game, despite Tampa Bay being able to try to come back and win the game. Baker,
it was just a tough game.
Tough. Ball security needed at the very end. 31-43 the finals, or 31 for 43 was Baker Mayfield for 303 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, 4 sacks. Bucky Irving 16 for 60 on the ground and a touchdown. Baker Mayfield also 3 for 42 himself. Receiving, Mike Evans had a great day, 5 for 69. Jalen McMillan 5 for 57 and a touchdown. Rachaad White 7 for 50. Trey Palmer 2 for 31 and Payne Durham 5 for 29. For the Cowboys, Cooper Rush 26 for 35 for 292 and a touchdown and 1 sack. Rushing, Rico Dwaddle 13 for 23. Receiving, CeeDee Lamb 7 for 105. Braden Cooks 3 for 48. Ryan Fulmoy 3 for 41. Jake Ferguson 6 for 40 and Rico Dwaddle 3 for 28. And Jaden Tolbert 2 for 20 and a touchdown. This Cowboys offense was passing the ball very well, but they could not run the ball at all. Once again, the mammoth of a man, Vita Vea, causing massive problems for the Cowboys O-line, who is Zach Martin-less, which is a massive detriment.
Vita Vea is so scary.
Yes. No one that big should be able to move that fast. That's ridiculous.
That's just muscle.
Oh my God, yeah.
You watching
and then,
Jacob Fatu on SmackDown?
And then for the Buccaneers, a lot of offensive inconsistency in this game kind of led to some stagnation, which was not good. Obviously, this Cowboys defense has a lot of strong suits, but they're still banged up. So you should be able to get something going, and not getting enough
They should have
going
been able to
early.
get something going.
Not getting enough going early really hurt them and put you in the backseat where you had to be able to try to force your way into the lead. And you tried to do that late with that last-minute ditch play from Baker Mayfield, which turned into a fumble, which sadly lost you the game. You guys were down early, and it just never really got any better.
So I'm going to say this quick question. Mike Evans, if he were to retire now, first ballot Hall of Famer?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, that's it.
Depends on his class. If there's insane people in his class, maybe second ballot. But
True.
by
Yeah,
standards,
like if he's going in the same class as like someone, like say a few years now, like Brady gets in, and is include like a whole bunch of other guys that are like legendary.
Well, I'm just saying because they showed his stat. He has 10 straight 1,000-yard receiving, like 1,000 receiving yards season, and that's since his rookie season, if I remember right, of 2014.
And the only time he didn't go for 1,000 yards was in high school.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, Mike. Yeah, this guy's a Hall of Famer, one way or another.
It helps that he has a Super Bowl win too.
Yes,
That's
and
one
he
of the other big things.
10 straight years, and he's been in the league since 2014. So.
And think of what he's been able to do with. Obviously, he's had very good quarterbacks in Tom Brady and good quarterbacks in Baker Mayfield, but he also had Jameis Winston for a while, and he was still putting up.
Yeah, he was
numbers.
doing this in spite of Winston. I know.
Yeah, but again, Winston can throw for some yardage. Winston will get you amount of yardage. Just a lot of it goes to the other team.
Yeah, exactly.
I think he's kind of underrated, like compared to like other people with names. But like when you hear Mike Evans, I think it's the really football people that know his name.
Yeah. There's 2 minutes left in the fourth.
It's basically over. We might as well just say it.
Are we gonna get our first shutout of the season? This is the longest.
This is only
ever.
the first shutout. I feel like there's been at least one already.
Nope. This is the
Really?
first shutout of the season right now. If the game ends with this score, this is the first shutout in the season. The longest, the latest into the season. There's without a shutout.
LaFleur. What the fuck?
What?
Yeah,
Josh
he's been running a
Jacobs,
lot
Emmanuel
of-
Wilson, Chris Brooks, Christian Watson, Bill Melton, Jalen Reed, Jordan Love, Tucker Kraft, and Malik Willis have all ran the ball.
I
The reason
mean,
Tucker
it's the
Tucker
Saints.
crafted was they did a set
QB
turbo
sneak.
with him under center. Yeah, set turbo with him under center.
Still, that's a lot
It
of people
works.
run the ball. That's pretty crazy.
I mean, it's a Saints. They're
Yeah, there's not much to say here. The
Ain't,
Saints
you mean.
stink. Yeah. Mamba is not here
Yeah.
this week, so I think for the MVP of the week for me, I'll kind of
Jaden
go ahead and
Daniels?
say it. It's either Jaden Daniels or Derrick Henry. And I think it's probably Jaden Daniels because just a game-winning touchdown pass kind of just trumps it there. I know he had 2 picks. I don't know.
Also a 5 touchdown. Well, still
Five
5
touchdowns. Yeah, it's Jaden Daniels. It's 5 touchdowns. Yeah, I'll go with my gut there.
I think one of the picks was his fault, and then the other one I think was a good defensive play, if I remember right.
All right, let's go ahead and we don't have no gambling with Gorlami this week, so that means Macedon, you can blame Gorlami for this. You're going to have 2 tier lists to do.
Please don't be a steal.
This is the idea I gave you.
It might be. Let's see.
Okay.
I mean, the first
Okay, now it's kind of tough for this one. Oh, Giants, Jags, and Titans are still going to be worse. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Even though Raiders won, it's the Jags. Chicago and Jets still staying stinky. Cringe is Saints, as you're seeing right now with the Monday night game. The Cowboys won is kind of tough for beating Tampa Bay. I guess I'll put them at bad right now.
And then the Falcons are they
Cleveland
out? Now that they started Penix, might get rid of Kirk Cousins.
Big purple.
One game though.
One game, but still a move in the right direction. They were in the top tier, so.
And who I'm trying to remember who they face. No, I'm trying to remember who they face.
They played the Giants.
Oh.
They're leading their division.
All right, because of leading their
Yeah.
division.
And then, do we move these Panthers out? They've actually looked good, and they beat the Cardinals, who were in playoff contention somewhat.
Bryce Young looked good, not the whole team.
Okay, fair enough.
Patriots, right at bad, as I said, it's just straight Mays looking really good.
So same story. Like May's good, rest of the team not so much.
Sorry, I meant to see who's left.
I don't think you can really put anybody else on this area.
No, you can't really.
Yeah.
Even the debate. Yeah,
all these other teams
right
are in playoff contention except for the Well,
yeah, it's been looking bad for San Fran, but it's kind of rough when you basically have 90% of your team injured.
It's rough, but it's the best ability is availability.
Hold on, make a new tier and say even year, and just put San Fran in there. Every time it's an even year, San Fran is basically 80% of their team's injured.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my tank bowl.
All right, there you go. And now, Christmas movies.
Die Hard better be on there, motherfucker.
Oh yeah, Die Hard better be on there.
Thank fucking
Die
God.
Hard is where?
Are you legendary?
Okay. A Christmas Carol. That's the animated one with Jim Carrey as Scrooge.
Oh, I forgot that was an
that one. I never watched that one. I never heard of it. I'm thinking of the Muppets.
A Christmas Story.
Yes, that one's good.
Legendary Larry.
Okay. Charlie Brown Christmas.
Johnny Brown. Great.
Lights, please.
Arthur Christmas.
I never watched Arthur Christmas.
I'm seeing clips of that for some reason. But I have a funny Bad Santa story.
Meh. Like it has good moments, but then it's like, Elf.
All right.
Santa!
That is legendary. Sorry, that is legendary.
Eloise.
What the
Christmas?
fuck?
I do not know what that one is.
Four Christmases. Have you seen Four Christmases?
I never heard of that one.
Neither have I.
Original Frosty the Snowman.
That's a legendary.
Yes, that was good.
That was
Gremlins.
Legendary.
Gremlins is a Christmas movie?
Home Alone.
Yes,
yeah.
It was certain. Which one is that one?
Right, original.
Oh, the original is classic.
Great. If it's Home Alone, Home Alone 2, legendary. Home Alone 1 is great.
Okay, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the animated version.
Oh, the
legendary.
OG one. Yeah,
okay,
that's good.
Jim Carrey's How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Legendary.
Also legendary.
I'm sorry, Jim Carrey.
All right.
Okay, all the other Grinch. Okay, so the other with the Grinch's shit because they try to make the new Grinch kind of stupid. Yeah. Someone goes, "What about the Jim Carrey?" Yeah, that's trash. What about the Jim Carrey? What about the Jim Carrey Grinch? They're like, he said, "Bitch." He threw a kid down a trash chute and he ate glass. That man deserves to sit on the throne.
Yep.
All right. It's a Wonderful Life is legendary. I'm not hearing anybody out.
Okay, I never.
Jingle All the Way.
Great.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
No, that was
Love Actually.
Oh, what the fuck?
I do not remember Love Actually.
Miracle on 34th Street.
I never.
Yeah. Miracle on 34th.
I don't
Mixed
know.
Nuts.
What?
What the fuck?
Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Legendary. Legendary.
Shitter's
full.
Oh, wait, I'm doing a mess around. I'm doing a mess around. Everybody doing a mess around.
Plain Straight.
Hold
on. Polar Express.
Legendary. Love Polar Express.
So
honestly,
good.
What?
Come
on.
I'm kidding.
Good.
Well,
good.
no, whoa. I thought it was my tier list.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm trying to remember. I think I've seen it. Meh, good.
Rudolph.
That's legendary. I'm sorry. Like the old.
Yeah, the old Rudolph. Scrooged.
Actually, I haven't seen Scrooge.
What the fuck is that? I don't know.
The man who invented Christmas.
I never.
Literally no idea.
The Muppets Christmas Carol.
Legendary.
There
goes Mr. Asshole. There goes Mr. Bitch.
I love, what is it? Michael Caine is so serious in that movie. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Like he's like,
yeah.
Okay, well, you're gonna be surrounded
really
by puppets, but just try to be kind hearted with like, no, I'm going to be a complete curmudgeon with the whole damn time.
Nightmare of Before Christmas.
Nightmare for Legendary.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It better be the year without a Santa Claus on
the original one.
Yes.
Then yes, that's,
I don't think I ever saw that one.
Okay, Trading Places.
Never heard of that.
I forgot that's a Christmas
Call Me
movie.
Claus.
What the fuck is that?
Christmas with the Cranks.
Meh.
I watched it once. I didn't really like it.
Santa Claus 2.
I only watched the first Santa Claus. I didn't forgot there were sequels.
I watched all 3.
Yeah.
Okay. 8 Crazy Nights.
That's not Christmas.
Movie.
It's
a Hanukkah movie.
That's a technical foul.
Oh.
Yeah, put that in Hanukkah, not fucking Christmas.
No, honestly, it's legendary though.
Like,
it's not a Christmas movie, but it's legendary. It is legendary.
It's a weird one. 8 Crazy Nights is one of those weird ones. I know, but it's one of those.
That's a technical foul.
Go, Pat, go.
Also, it was my tier list. What the fuck were you guys? Okay. I'm trying to remember.
Never seen that one.
Christmas. I don't think I've seen that one.
Fred Claus.
I've seen that. I saw that one in theaters. Jesus Christ, I forgot about that movie.
Some of this stuff I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult.
It's where Vince Vaughn is Santa's brother.
Oh no, I never seen it, but I have a feeling that was trash.
Home Alone 3.
Lost in New York.
Oh,
that's the New York one.
Home Alone 2. No, 2 is the Lost in New York.
This is okay.
I don't know what 3 was.
Bad. It's not the same. It wasn't.
Well, this is horrible. This has been the meh category. So
yeah.
Home Alone reboot.
Trash.
We're just gonna say trash if it's a reboot.
I don't know what the fuck this is, but I'm putting.
I can't tell what that is, but that's horrifying.
No, it's a good one. It's a really good one. Great.
Okay. Just Friends.
What?
Never heard of it.
Last Holiday.
Never heard of
it. Queen Latifah.
To Grandmother's House We Go.
What?
Medea Christmas.
Never seen that one.
Unaccompanied Minors. What?
What the fuck?
Christmas something. This looks like I don't even. Okay.
I can't tell what that one is.
Disney's Noel.
What?
Dude, some of this shit I don't know.
Christmas Office Party.
What the fuck?
The Preacher's Wife. The Rudolph sequel.
Oh,
I forgot there was a sequel. Yeah, I actually watched it. That was okay. That was okay. Not great, but okay.
Okay, if it was the first one, that was legendary. This one, meh. I think when they try to do some sequels, like
The Santa Claus 3.
Again, I forgot there were
one.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Legendary.
Oh yeah,
Meister Burger. Santa Buddies.
No, I never really.
Santa with muscles. With muscles. What the fuck? SpongeBob Christmas.
Never seen that. I did not know they made a SpongeBob.
I remember
Christmas.
that one. Yeah.
The Night Before with Seth.
See, if it was Silent
Rogen.
Night, that would have been great. Have you seen Silent Night?
No. Twas the night. I
never.
I saw Terrifier 3. That's like
the ultimate Christmas present.
Krampus.
I never heard of that.
And why him?
Never heard that.
Why is that on there?
So
I don't
why
know.
is the year with? Why is the
okay?
year
Hold on.
without
Hold on. You guys need to see Silent Night. Think of a Robot Chicken sketch with the Santa Claus Robot Chicken sketch.
Silent Night is.
I've seen Silent
Night. Yeah. So
Also,
okay, what do you guys?
right.
Okay, this is my tier list. So what'd you guys think of what I had then?
I thought it was
Absolutely
pretty
solid.
good.
Yeah, solid.
Some are acceptable. There are a lot of movies on here that I did not that I either forgot or did not realize were Christmas movies.
This is my favorite movie of all time. Like not even Christmas.
Yeah, but this is my
movie.
tier list. I never seen it. I never seen that one.
Oh,
okay.
So
I like how we immediately went for Die Hard too to put in legendary.
Well, of course.
Yeah, because it is.
Yeah. Christmas
but
movie.
Gremlins is a Christmas movie. Also, my first cat we named Gizmo. Because the movie came out when my parents got our first cat. I think that's when Gremlins came out, and they watched it. They're like, "Okay, we're gonna call him Gizmo."
There we go.
National Lampoons is just a forever classic for me.
National
Very
Lampoons
true,
always.
very
Theater's
And
full.
also, 90% of Muppets movies are also legendary.
Yeah.
I'm just upset that there wasn't A Year Without a Santa Claus on there.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
But if some people say anything about Bad Santa, it's one of
I
those
would have
like
had very
you
strong
hate it.
words if you did not put Elf in anything but Legendary.
Yeah.
It's
But like Bad
obviously
Santa,
like-
Bad Santa's a weird one
My
because
wife
it's
hates
like
Elf, Dave. My wife hates Elf.
That's a technical foul.
see that's a Hanukkah movie, not a Christmas.
Still
Also,
a holiday movie.
first shutout of the season.
Yep, just
Yep,
happened.
there it
34
is.
to
It's official.
nothing. All right, let's get into our predictions, and we'll get out of here. And hope you guys have a Merry Christmas as well.
And happy holidays.
And happy holidays.
Hold
Yep.
on, let me-
187 and 86 is my record. I'm at the bottom still, sadly. Gorlami's 198 and 73. That's the only people under 200 wins. Next up is Mama 28 and 80. Then Masson 214 and 74. And K-Duff losing in fantasy football, but winning in the pick'em 224 and 71, and going 17 and 4 in week 16.
Yeah,
It's not going to save you from the
All right.
punishment drink.
I did
I
just
mean, if Mama
update it
loses.
after this game. I did just update it, so basically, it's the only difference is Mamba's up 2, so 210. Everybody else up 1.
Yep. So that doesn't really change the standings, but
Yeah,
I have been waiting for this week of football for a long time. This is
definitely not for
amazing.
Wednesday night football though.
Wednesday night's gonna suck. It's gonna be 2 Netflix games: Chiefs, Steelers, Ravens, Titans.
Oh, that's even
Or Ravens,
worse.
Texans. Sorry.
It's almost a 3-day rest. Well, it's a 4-day rest because it's basically think of Thursday night football.
Yeah.
So it's gonna
The
suck.
Chiefs
no matter
did
what.
play on
Chiefs played on
Saturday,
Saturday,
which was
so did the
even
Texans.
weirder.
Yeah, Chiefs,
So it's a
Steelers,
4
Ravens, and Texans all played Saturday.
And also, it's a day game for both of them, so that's even less rest than a Thursday,
Yeah.
going from a Sunday to Thursday.
And
I'm gonna be
then
drunk on
we
eggnog.
have a game
Hmm.
the day after Christmas, and then 3 Saturday games: Chargers, Patriots, Broncos, Bengals, Cardinals, Rams.
What the
and then
fuck is the
Sunday
schedule
slate.
this week?
That's amazing.
They,
It's just so much
they
football.
they always do like Saturday games around this time. This one because the bowl season kind of
All right.
weird also.
Chiefs, Steelers. I actually have to root for the Chiefs here because I need them to beat the Steelers, so the Bengals have a chance. So I'm gonna take the Chiefs by 10 in this one.
This is just because of Kansas City's defense. Kansas City by 3, but this game's gonna suck because Wednesday night is on Netflix, so I can't watch it. I don't have
buffer.
Netflix.
Arg.
True.
Shout out Adam Schefter's favorite site, Meth Streams.
You mean racist comments?
Racist
Yeah,
comment
pretty
section.
much.
Yeah,
That's a,
oh my God.
that's a quote in the NLR. If nobody's got me, at least racist chat's got me.
Racist chat. I did not know that. Oh my god.
The chat.
Never look at
the
the streams, people.
Oh my
There is
God.
some stuff that is in that chat that cannot be said in public implied conversation.
Yeah.
I get
All right.
fired if I.
Anyway, so give me the Chiefs by, I'm going to call it a close game, 6.
I'm gonna say Steelers gonna lose by 6.
Right. Well, why is your pick so high up? What the fuck? There we go. All right.
That's all.
Everybody
Doesn't want to be near that dirty Boston fan.
Everybody
God,
is going.
that was a
for the
mean ass
Chiefs.
fart.
What?
All right. Moving
God,
on.
I think I might shit myself.
Shitter's full.
How much did
that-
you drink?
You're not that old, Macedon. Come on, man. All right.
I don't know. We can get the Hershey squirts.
This is the guy that makes the most old Maston jokes.
All right. Ravens, Texans. I'm gonna go with the Ravens in this one by 10. The Texans still haven't really impressed me this season thus far.
Lamar Jackson's gonna make the shitter full, just like in National Lampoon. And Lamar Baltimore by 8.
God damn it. Give me,
It's
obviously,
Christmas.
the Ravens by 10.
It's Christmas.
Esther,
It's
don't
Christmas.
laugh. You'll shit yourself again.
I almost did.
Yeah, so you can't do that. Shitter's full. Give me the Ravens by 10.
All right. All
Always
in
the
favor
end
of
is
the
when we get
Ravens.
heinous.
Hey, you
Always
gave me
get
a
heinous
decent,
at the end.
Anus?
yeah, you gave me a decent tier list for that one. Okay, I could deal with that one. There
Yeah.
was
All right. Seahawks Bears on Thursday on Prime Video. Sorry, Mamba, but I'm taking the Seahawks in this one by 14.
Yeah, Seattle by 13.
Seattle by 10.
Seahawks by 13.
Right. All in favor of the Seahawks so far. We've been in agreement for every single matchup thus far. Next up, Chargers Patriots. This is some of the Saturday games. There's 3 Saturday games. I'm going to go with the Chargers in this one. Their defense is just very good. They're going to be giving Drake May fits in this one. I'll take the Chargers by 10.
Also, it's going to help Chargers have a not like a bye week, but have a lot of rest too. Chargers by 8. It's going to be kind of not exactly low scoring, but
Jim Harbaugh football is slow and low scoring.
Yeah,
generally.
Yeah.
Chargers by 12.
Chargers by 9.
Yep, all in favor of the Chargers for this one as well. All right.
This one could be interesting.
Broncos Bengals. Bengals need to win this game to keep their hopes alive of making the playoffs. I think the Bengals have been on a roll recently, and I think they're going to be able to do this one. This is at home against the Broncos. I'll take the Bengals in this one by 7.
I mean, the Broncos are in a wild card right now, and that is one of the teams you have to beat. I trust Joe Burrow more than I trust Bo Nix right now. Cincinnati by 5.
Yeah, I think Bengals just are going to want it. Give me the Bengals by 10.
I'm just going to say Broncos country. Let's win by 3.
All right, our first disagreement here, Kate. I've taken the Broncos 3-1 there.
I guess.
Why you got to be so different, bro?
Well, no, I could see either team because of Bengals defense, but then I trust Joe Burrow more than I trust Bo Nix right now.
Cardinals Rams. The Rams got all their weapons back now, and I don't think the Cardinals defense, especially on the Panthers, is going to stop the Rams. So I'll take the Rams in this one in a shootout by 5.
Yeah, Rams offense is being too much. Rams by 11.
Rams by 7.
Kyler Murray must be one of those South Pole elves. Give me the Rams by 10.
South Pole
elves. Shout out
Hey,
all for the Rams there. Then, moving up to that, we have our Sunday games. Jets, Bills. Bills by 14.
Bills by 22.
Yeah. Bills by 24.
Bills by 25.
Yeah.
7-5. Do or die.
All right. Next up, Raiders Saints. I just think Raiders are going to win this one. I'll take the Raiders by 3. I don't know why. I got a feeling.
I got a feeling.
You see. New Orleans by 2.
Raiders by 3.
Yeah, give me them Raiders by 7.
All right, 3-1 in favor of the Raiders there. Masson, the only one standing out there. Favor of New Orleans. Colts and Giants. I need the Colts to actually lose, but I don't think they're going to lose against the Giants. I think they'll lose.
You think the Derp can actually win a game?
They only need to lose one game. If the Colts lose one game, then the Bengals are in business. So I think the Colts will lose next week against the Raiders or against the Jags. Not this week. I think I'll take the Colts by 7 in this one.
Colts by 8. Also, next the week after, are they at Jacksonville or are they at Indianapolis? Home. Okay, so it's more likely Colts beat the Jags. If it was at Jacksonville, that would have been a loss against the Colts. Because they haven't won at Jacksonville for so long.
Yeah, right. Colts by 10.
Give me the Colts by 12.
Alrighty. All in favor of the Colts there. Next game, Cowboys, Eagles.
Yeah. Hold on, I need to check if I messed up. Hold on, did I mess up something? Oh, it's just I have my timing different from what was shown before. Okay.
All right, Cowboys Eagles. I'm gonna take the Eagles in this one by 10. I think we got the job done against the Cowboys, who are still struggling with a lot of other things.
God, if Jalen Hurts, please come back. I don't want small hands. Kenny Pickett. Philly by 5. I just want to be wrong on the score. That's all I want.
That's fair. I don't like the Cowboys, so Philadelphia by 7.
Oh, give me the Eagles by 17.
There we are, all in favor of the Eagles there. All right, moving on from that, we got the Panthers and Buccaneers, an NFC South battle. This will be key for the Buccaneers to keep improving their chances to beat the Falcons and get a playoff spot. Baker's going to take this game very seriously. I don't think they're going to lose. I'll take the Buccaneers in this one by 3.
Bryce Young's looking better, but their team is not as good. Tampa Bay by 5.
Yeah, Tampa Bay by 10.
Give me the Bucks by 13.
All right, all in favor for the Buccaneers there. We'll see if Bryce Young proves us wrong. Moving on, Titans, Jags.
Oh, God.
Ugly game. It's going to be an ugly game.
This game's a tactical foul.
Jags at home. I'll take them in this one by 3.
He's really thinking about this one.
I mean, it's not the matter of who wins, of who. It's a matter of who loses more.
It'd be funnier either way which team loses.
No.
Tennessee by 1 because I don't know.
Yeah, it's fair. This is going to be a crazy toss-up game that means nothing.
Tank Bowl.
For the sake of more Will Levis memes, give me the Jaguars by 6.
All right,
2?
By how much? By how much?
2.
2?
2. Also, it's not Will Levis playing. It's probably Mason Rudolph.
Yeah, Mason Rudolph.
They'll give me, Will Levis is going to be busy being Maston's +2 for the Mayo Bowl. Give me the Titans by 10.
All right, evenly split on that one.
Oh, God, that was actually pretty good.
Thank you.
First one where we are evenly split. All right, moving on, Dolphins, Browns. Shout out Myles Garrett. 7.
I know. Miami by 4 because the Miami's defense actually looks good with Tua. Like when they have Tua, they're good.
Yeah, because they're not in the field as often.
Well, also Cleveland, you have DTR as your QB. That's It's like that's basically Miami's defense right there.
DTR, don't try really.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Massa on this one. Give me the Dolphins by 6.
And Kaduff.
Finns by 14.
All right, I'm the only one going for the Browns there. Alrighty, shout out the AFC North. Oops, forgot Massa in there. Alrighty,
Game of the week. Game
Packers,
of the week.
Ooh.
Vikings. Vikings have looked very strong this season in every sense of the word. Their offense and defense look very strong. However, they do not have the balanced attack I feel like the Packers have offensively, and I'll take the Packers in this one by 1. It'll be a close game.
See, this is a tough one, but it's a good tough one of either team can win it. I'm going for right now, just home field advantage, Minnesota by 2, just because of home field. It's hard to pick.
I'm going to say the opposite. Number 1, because it's my Packers, and number 2, we play better in Minnesota than we do playing them at Lambeau. I wish that wasn't true, but it seems to be the case right now. So give it by 3. It's going to come down to a field goal. That's what I'm predicting.
It's going to be close.
Give me the opposite. Give me the Vikings by 3.
All right, we're not friends anymore.
Split.
Well, okay, come on.
Split.
It's not an easy pick. Like both teams.
No,
Okay,
no.
they're almost the exact same record.
Gave a good explanation, and Caleb just said, "You know what? Give me the Vikings." Didn't even explain.
Sunday Night Football.
I was already going to go for the Vikings.
Sunday Night Football.
I know it's going to be a close game.
Sunday Night Football, Falcons, Commanders.
Commanders
coming off a great win against the Philadelphia Eagles, and they look strong on both sides of the ball. The run game could use some work, but their defense looked really good against the Eagles. But they ain't going to be messing with the penis. I'm going to take them by 4.
Pulling his cock out.
Carlami left the room.
I was grabbing my phone. I was charging it.
This tough one. This is a tough one because we don't know if Michael Penix Jr. is like he's shown flashes. Like he's shown flashes in that game, but it's not the most. But then Washington's. I gotta go Washington on this one just right now because it's still rookie, and Dan Quinn is a really good defensive minded by 2.
Commanders by 3.
All right, and K-Duff.
Commanders by 9.
All right, only one going for the Falcons in this one. All righty. All right. Monday Night Football, Lions, 49ers. Lions by 17.
Detroit, what's 9 plus 10?
21.
You stupid. Yeah, Detroit by 21.
Lions by 14.
Lions by 20.
This looked like a really good game early in the season when we were looking at the schedule, and now it's going to be a blowout. And I think we will have to also.
Hold on, is it week 18? There's
week 18.
There's no Thursday. There's no Thursday night games.
Okay, cool.
Oh, there isn't.
Yeah, there's not. All right. So yeah, that is our show for the week. And the last thing is we always do every Christmas episode is we make our Santa's lists for what we want for our teams for Christmas. So hopefully the cameras, I didn't remember to fix the cameras, so hopefully they're correct. Maybe they are.
There's no background. Oh,
here it goes.
Yeah, there we go. So, thank you, Santa, for another Christmas. I hope, for the Bengals' sake, that we are able to get some new head coaching in the next season and improve our defense, and that we can finally win a Super Bowl. And I hope, and I want next season for the NFL to increase the NFL weeks by 1 without adding an extra game. We get 2 buys. That way the Super Bowl is on the day after the Super Bowl is President's Day, which most people get off. That's what's on my list. Moving on to Mastodon. Fuck. It's not right. We're doing it live.
We're doing it live. For this Yule season, the winter solstice. Please.
Praise Odin elsewhere.
Winter solstice was 2 days ago.
I don't care. Please, Lady Freya, heal up Jalen Hurts. That's one of my wishes. Please go back to fucking 17 weeks and have 16-game season because, I'm sorry, 17 games is stupid.
Finishing 500's dumb.
I don't care. You could do that in any sport. Literally. Baseball, hockey, basketball.
Yeah, but baseball's not a sport.
Shut up. What else was? Please let me have a good time at the bowl game at Charlotte next Friday.
Eat mayo, eat mayonnaise, raw mayonnaise, chug.
I'm trying to lose weight.
Get through mayonnaise is not a great way to lose weight, ain't it? All right.
Why he's not drinking Jaeger?
Dude, that actually did help. I went from 270 about a year ago to like 225.
Nice.
Hey, he weighs as much as me now.
Yep. So that's like not drinking as much beer, less fast food too. So I've been making my own stuff.
All right.
But
so
yeah,
on now
fast food.
to Gorlami, whose cameras are not going to be right. Where even the fuck are you? Who's this? Well, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Ah!
Hello.
It is.
Am I going? Are
Yeah,
we
we're doing this
rolling?
live. We're doing this
You're
live.
going.
All right. Dear Santa, as a glorified Packers fan, I wish that we make a deep playoff run and we don't have to worry about losing to the 49ers. Also,
that's
Santa,
already
I would
done.
like more Miller Lite.
Spoken like a true Wisconsinite.
Thank
And
you,
last
Santa.
but certainly not least, K-Duff. And that's all the time we have for today, ladies. I'm sorry.
I just want the suffering to stop. Wait, that's
Well,
Mama.
that
Sorry.
is one of them. I want a decent O line again.
Oh!
I want Travis Hunter for a second overall pick.
Also,
All seriousness, all I really want for Chris is my dog back. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a hard
yeah.
holiday season. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
All right.
Is it a family member?
Sorry to end it on a sad note. It's just
Yeah, damn. Well, that ruined the whole vibe of the episode. Shit. Wow. Damn.
Way to go, dude.
Well, I was about to say to Kate up, at least you got Walker Bueller for the Red Sox.
yeah, I suppose. And that, but it does not come. It's compounded by the fact we got a Rollis Chapman and Sandoval. One that's a complete
Roldis Chapman is
meatball
still
thrower.
playing baseball.
Yeah.
I wish he wasn't, and he's some reason a Red Sox now. And
was
also
a
we got
Red
Patrick
a
Sandoval,
long time ago.
who's coming off TJ
Yeah.
surgery. He's probably not going to be starting for half the season. So that
Well, you
so
know
it's just
why
more of
they-
the same.
You know why some teams want them? They just want that above 100 mile per hour fastball. That's basically what it is. It's the spin rate and the fastball speed.
Yeah,
Shut the fuck
probably.
up.
But again, we're getting this from a guy who's coming off Tommy John surgery and probably not going to start until July. So it's gonna suck.
It's the Christmas
Anyway,
season.
thank you
Let's
for
be-
watching the Football Stooges.
Yeah, football, not baseball. God damn it.
We talked
Yes.
about basketball, you fuck.
Thank you for watching the Football Stooges. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. Enjoy the Christmas and holiday season. Make sure you spend it some time with friends, family, and whoever you spend it with. Hopefully you enjoy football. There's a really good schedule coming up for the entire week of Christmas, so make sure you do that. And a lot of good bowl games as well. The college football playoff second round. We didn't even say when that happens. When does that even happen? College football playoff second round? Isn't that this next weekend?
Next Saturday, I thought.
Let me look
I'm
it
checking.
up
I'm checking.
quick.
I'm checking. So
Yeah, so the next game is the 31st. And then the rest of them are on the 1st. So yeah.
Oh yeah,
So,
that's
Penn State and
right.
Boise State's the 31st, then Texas, Arizona, Oregon, Ohio State, and Notre Dame, Georgia are all the first again. And then the 9th and 10th, you have the two semifinals, and then the 20th, you have the final. It's weird that they make it on a Monday. It's really weird that the college football championship is always on a Monday. Like, can we do Saturday? Can we do Sunday? Something? Probably
Not
interferes
Sunday.
with the probably not Sunday, but obviously
NFL playoffs.
Saturday.
No,
Even
because NFL playoffs.
Right.
NFL playoffs
Saturday
during that
still,
time.
though, I feel like you could do it. Maybe if the NFL moves all their games earlier in the day, and then you have the college football national championship take precedent at prime time, that'd probably be something to do. But again, competing markets.
Saturdays is NFL playoffs early, and then Sunday is the late ones, I thought.
Yeah. Regardless, thank you for watching the Football Stooges. If you liked the video, make sure to like it down below and give us a comment if you want us to answer anything. We hope you have a happy holiday season for whatever you celebrate, and we hope you enjoy football. And most importantly, run the damn ball. Have a good night.
Run it fast. Run it hot.